Hello and welcome back to what is probably going to be the shortest episode of Wildcat Wizards ever. I'm your host, Brian.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Calvin.
And on today's episode, Calvin's got a little bit of a treat for us.
Yes.
Is
Calvin,
it a treat? Is
I
it?
do not have a microphone. You are right.
All right.
Well, today, I'm going to tell you guys about the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I can't wait.
It's about wrestling.
I was hoping that it was going to be
strap
like...
in and get a seatbelt.
I was hoping that it was going to be like the King of England.
I mean, I could also tell you about the King of England, which
Could
is
you?
also
Queen?
a wrestler.
Queen?
William Regal.
What?
All right, look.
Explain.
The Royal Rumble
Yeah.
is a professional wrestling event produced every January from the 1980s, like late 1980s, like 88, 89, up until today. So it's always been a pay-per-view, and it's been this also a match. So
Yeah.
the match gets the pay-per-view's namesake. So what the match is two men enter the ring. In every like short amount of time, let's say like 3 minutes, another man enters into that match. And the only way you can eliminate someone from said match is throwing them over the top rope. So then it's just great. I don't know how to explain
Wow.
it. So
That had to be
It-
one of the almost forced scripted things I've ever heard, Calvin.
do you want to talk, dude? Go
All right.
ahead.
We're
Tell
a minute
them.
37
Tell
into
them
the-
what's up.
the podcast.
Yeah, tell us what's up.
This is
because
Eric,
I'm
by the way.
interested.
I don't
Already.
never plan on being this show, but every week I show up
Oh,
and
except for last week.
yeah, except last. Well, no, at the end I was in it.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, for like 10
anyway,
seconds.
you missed out on the biggest thing about the Royal Rumble.
What?
Is whoever wins the Royal Rumble gets the main event WrestleMania.
In every single occurrence except 2 times. It's happened twice that they didn't get a main event.
When?
2016
Calvin, you're
with
really far away.
No, he was.
in 2016, I'm wrong.
Roman Reigns main evented that match with Brock in San Francisco,
In 2016, but
or was that 2015?
that was 2015. 2015 he did that. 2016. 2016 he no.
Taker.
No, dude. All right. It was for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Reigns lost. He had to defend that championship, and Triple H won in 2016. So that's why that didn't happen.
Orlando, Florida. Yeah.
Also in 1992 with
Bye.
Ric Flair. Ric Flair won the heavyweight championship in 1992 for that match. So every other match, it was for a WrestleMania title shot. But hey, what can I say? Anyways, WrestleMania. Do you guys know at least what the heck WrestleMania is?
Yeah, it's where a bunch of dudes fight each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the grandest stage of them all.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys never watch wrestling.
Look at each other when you guys talk. Just talk in the mic. That's all that matters.
Look, wrestling is amazing, and you guys need to understand that.
Why is it amazing?
Because
Explain to me.
It's like a male soap opera. It's, like, it sounds bad, but like
That's actually a great way to explain.
it's a great way to explain it. But like with only positive connotations towards it, because I know soap operas get a negative connotation. But like, look, it's a weekly event.
What's that
where
soap opera that's been going on for like 60 years?
General Hospital.
Is it General Hospital or is it
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives? That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wrestling has been going on for at least 25 years. I'm not WWE wrestling, because Raw just had its 25th anniversary this year, and past Monday actually, and that was pretty terrible. But we're not going to talk about that event. We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble, which is happening this Sunday, and it's going to be great. And any thoughts? Any thoughts?
No,
You guys are just
I'm
looking
not
at
gonna
me
watch
like I'm
it.
stupid.
We don't have pay-per-view.
We also
You
don't watch
have pay-per-view.
wrestling.
Well,
We
you
don't
have
watch wrestling.
you. Oh yeah, you can get the WWE Network for free up to like 3 months or something.
30 days.
30 days, and then just it's no one buys it, no one has it. But
Yeah,
like, hey,
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, I think
Look.
I'll have to pass on that. Also, I forgot to mention, this week is the first week that we have this new thing called Takeout Questions.
oh yeah.
Oh, are we doing that right
Yeah,
now?
we're doing that right now.
Okay.
So basically, last week we found out that the microphone's long enough to reach the takeout window in the studio that it has for some reason. So Rob's standing at the takeout window, and he has questions for passerbyers.
So basically, what we're doing is like a radio show. There's one question, right?
Can I even answer it? Is it live right now? Can they hear me saying
No.
It's not
It's
live.
not
It's not live at
So
all.
you gotta talk into the mic.
All right. So basically, the question is: do you think wrestling is real or fake?
I love her reaction. Just laughs off.
Like WWE?
Yeah, WWE.
WWE is like a show. It's like no, I'm not getting my voice on here. It's not. Well, WWE, it's like real, but like they're not actually destroying each other.
She's saying no.
And cage hopping.
I'm a little hurt.
So you're gonna go with no?
I don't know. What is this?
It's a question. What do you mean?
Please answer the question,
right.
ma'am.
No, it's hard because it's real, but it's not real.
But is it real or is it fake?
That's the
It's
question.
bull. It's bull.
It's bull,
It's
not
a real
bull.
show that's put on, but like they're not actually getting hurt. Well, I mean,
Alright.
they could get hurt, but it's like certain props. I
All
don't
right.
know.
Thank you.
Well,
Alright.
thank you for that.
Close the window for now.
Listen, I made fun of you.
We won't make fun of you.
Sorry you had to witness this.
All that's on my
All right.
Trying to go to the bathroom. This is what you're doing to me.
All right.
Bye.
She went with
Oh,
both.
God. So,
Real and fake.
how was that?
That was a little rough.
That was a little bit.
Yeah.
You can close the window.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
close the window now. All right, that was the last
Last ever one to
takeout
do
question.
Yeah, that was terrible.
that. Gonna ruin that segment.
All right.
Yeah,
Come
Rob.
on, Rob.
I'll do
Yeah,
it next
blame it on
time.
me.
Jeez.
That was not. That was her fault.
We won't ask her any questions again.
No.
No questions for her. Cool.
All right.
No.
All right.
So, back to the Royal Rumble. 30
Oh,
men
boy.
get into the ring, and the last man that's not thrown out wins. And both feet have to touch the floor when you leave, or when you get eliminated. That's how
Alright.
you get eliminated.
Okay.
So it's a really fun match because it has so many like booking opportunities to come with it. It is a great way to debut new acts that people haven't seen before in a very low risk setting because there's going to be 30 men.
So you know what? Let me ask you.
And there's also the first women's Royal Rumble.
Oh, the women's Royal Rumble is happening this
ever.
Sunday too.
First time ever?
Yeah, first time
And
ever.
I was. Oh, let me get the mic.
Yep, go ahead.
I was
was at the Raw in Providence when they announced that.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, pretty cool. Stephanie came out, and all the divas were out there, and they were like, "You guys deserve it," and
It was like a weird way to announce it because like all of them were like cheering and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, if it was serious, like all of them would have just not cheered. They just would have looked at each other like opponents.
Yeah.
But apparently, it was like last minute, and the divas are not divas. They're not divas anymore.
No more
Fun
divas.
fact: they used to be
were they now?
female wrestlers in WWE used to be called divas,
Why?
which was kind of degrading and stuff. And then they decided, hey, maybe we shouldn't call them that. And everybody's like, yeah, women's rights. And I'm like, well, you should have called them that from the beginning, but whatever, dude. That's cool. Good for you guys. So now it's
What are they called now?
Yeah.
they're called female wrestlers, which they should have been the
It's
entire
the
time.
women's division.
It's the
Okay.
women's division instead of the divas division, which though diva is degrading, it does have diva division. You know, it rings a little bit. So,
Just come back.
anyways,
Got a
back.
second question.
Yes.
No, I don't.
No, no questions. No
No
questions.
questions.
I'm talking now.
All right,
I
Calvin.
deserve it.
Calvin's taking over Wildcat Wizards.
I'm taking over
He's
Wildcat
turning- he's
Wizards.
turning
This is
from-
Wildcat Wrestling
he's
talk.
turning from a media show to a wrestling show. All right.
Only
Calvin,
for this episode.
Take the floor.
All right.
Take
So,
the floor until we can figure out a new topic.
Okay. The fact that you guys do this show every friggin' week,
Yeah.
you guys come here,
Yeah.
you with your frickin' afro thing and everything. How do you guys not just get a topic? One topic. That's all you need is one topic.
Yeah, but one
Why are you
topic-
doing wrestling when two people in the room don't even know what's going on?
I don't. Calvin.
question.
Calvin
This-
insisted
No,
on talking
this
about
is
wrestling.
Brian's fault.
Yeah, Brian.
You announced yourself as the host. You should be
Yeah.
getting topics.
Ooh.
So
let's talk about how Calvin just always has a comb in his hair no matter what and pulls it out of nowhere. Thin air.
Probably leave it there. You talk loud enough.
yeah, I do.
Yeah,
So,
you do.
The reason why I
That
have
mic
a
will
comb,
pick it up too.
yeah, it will.
Yeah.
So the reason why I always have a comb is because maybe I want my hair to be not frizzy.
I never noticed it
Frizzy.
until we went bowling last night, and Calvin just we were walking out of the bowling alley, and Calvin just pulls a pick out of nowhere and starts combing his hair.
Where's my invite?
You want to come next week? We're going
I would
next
love to
Wednesday.
come bowling, yes.
All right.
I bowled in high school.
Oh
Anyone-
wow!
Anyone who wants to come bowling
I
with
sit
the
right next to you. I can hit.
Wildcat Wizard
I know
Squad,
you can.
hit us up on Twitter and we'll give you some details. We'll all go bowling.
Where is the nearest bowling alley here?
CW Bowl at the Lincoln Mall. It's 10 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Not worth it. I went
It's
for
worth it.
$6 and it was kind of sus.
Wednesdays is half price Wednesdays, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good for $6.
Yeah.
It's a good sport.
All right. So what do you want to talk about?
Bowling.
Oh my god.
We can talk about bowling. We can go on for days about bowling.
Oh yeah.
You want to know my highest score?
Yeah. What's your highest score?
You want to guess?
300.
Nope.
You never got a full perfect game.
That's hard.
Calvin, you scored 20.
I
last
know.
night.
I scored 20.
You scored 11 in your first game
I
and
scored-
9 in the second game. You
Yes.
scored 20 total in 2 games. You can't
Fight
call out
me.
Eric.
Dude, I'm so happy.
Every ball that you threw ended up in the gutter, except for every time maybe you'd hit 1 or 2 pins, and that would just add on. And at the end of the first game, you got 11.
And I got 3 fouls too.
Oh, do you also
I didn't know
remember?
that was a thing.
Do you also
you can't step on
hold
the
on.
black line.
Yeah.
Do you also remember when Calvin stepped up and was like, "All right, I got this," and immediately just tossed it right into the gutter?
Oh
He's
my.
like, I got this. And he hooks his arm all the way to the left, and it just goes straight into the gutter. It doesn't even travel a foot. It just, I got this, guys. Gutter ball. Wow.
Anyone want to guess my score?
What's your score?
153.
298?
Less.
153.
More.
200.
291.
Less.
285. 270.
More.
275.
A little more.
Ooh.
276.
A little more.
7.
77.
Ooh.
277.
277.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
My highest is only 140,
Wow.
but it's pretty good.
Does your husband bowl too?
Rob, any thoughts?
Any thoughts on
Rob
bowling?
isn't just-
I don't know. I play it sometimes.
All right, thanks for tuning in to Wildcat Wizards.
You're really gonna do it like that? All right, cool.
After a death stare from the host Brian, he finally ends the show. Well, at least he ended it before I canceled it, so you can do that. But yeah, good times.
Good times. Yeah, it turns out when we were in bowling last night, there was a Cub Scout group there. So instead of having music videos play up on the TV screens, they just had SpongeBob reruns.
Oh.
What do you mean SpongeBob? They had Diary of the Wimpy
episode
Kid.
of,
SpongeBob and Diary of the Wimpy Kid. And that's a solid movie.
I've never actually watched that
this was
movie.
a good Roderick and not the bad one.
Yeah, not my Roderick.
No, hashtag not my
But
Roderick.
he was the Roderick.
Can we talk about that?
No.
Talk about what?
Yeah.
Roderick and
Roderick.
why that was a thing? Why did people care about a terrible movie franchise
'Cause that's
being
not my
revamped
Roderick.
into another one that was even worse?
Because that's not my Roderick.
Nobody cares though. It's such a terrible movie.
I have no idea. Diary of the Wimpy Kid is up there with Ugandan films.
That's a bold
My
statement.
point exactly.
You're
It's
right, actually.
trash.
I'm gonna downgrade it from Ugandan films to Shrek 2. Oh, did we get a Ugandan listener?
Jumanji is the worst movie ever created.
Which one? The new one? Or
The new one
Ooh.
was the worst movie
Brian says he
God.
loves
ever
it.
created.
Whoa.
Was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Wow, why's that?
And I've seen Up, the Disney movie.
Wow.
Wait, are you saying Up is bad?
Up is terrible?
Calvin, you're
What?
Calvin.
You know what other movie is bad? Monsters Inc. 2. That movie sucked.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
But Jumanji was the
Yeah.
worst movie.
Why is that?
It was supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah.
All Kevin Hart movies suck. I'm starting to realize. Anyway, the storyline was horrible. I know it's a remake, but the
Yeah.
storyline, and I know it's a video game,
Yeah.
horrible. It was so not funny. The whole first part, and the kid that played the kid that was like The Rock
Yeah.
was the guy from the Boston Marathon movie, so automatically I didn't like him because he
Alright.
was the dude that left the bombs in the Boston Marathon. But in the movie, yes. But he looks just like he could be the guy from jail. Like, he could be in
Alright.
jail right now. But that
Alright.
movie overall, I give it like a 1 out of 10
Ooh.
and a 1 out of 5. It's that movie
Brian,
was so.
what do you got to say to that? I know you like
There was
that movie.
one funny part. There was one part where I actually laughed, and
What
I don't
was
even
that?
remember it. That's how bad the movie was.
Oof.
Brian, what you
My
got back?
question is, why do you hate
don't
the
know.
movie Up? Up is such a good movie.
Yeah, Up is an actual good movie.
I watched it whenever it came out. I wasn't that young, so maybe I was just getting tired of the animation.
Yes, dude. What are you doing up here?
Don't worry, Brian's just
Okay,
dumb.
well maybe I was getting
Anyway.
tired of the animation movies, but like I just think the story. I think it was they were trying to be too cute. Like the little fat. Why does he have to be fat? Why does he have to be a fat Cub Scout? Why does
he have to be skinny?
What's the point? Why is that?
Why can't
the
he be
only
a black
fat
Cub
kid?
Scout? Hey Daryl.
What's up?
Oh, Derek just staring into the window.
Yeah, yeah.
Should we get, should
That
we
movie-
ask him a
Hold on.
question?
Ask him a question.
Ask
Ask him a
him.
question.
Ask him.
Do we think Up is good or bad?
No, ask
Yes.
him about Jumanji.
Oh, that too.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
We got to take out
All right.
questions part 2.
Don't hold it too much. I'll have to replace it.
All right, so we got a question for you.
Oh boy.
Do you think that the new Jumanji is a good movie? Yes or no?
Haven't seen it yet.
Good.
All right. Do you think Up is a good movie?
Up is a sad movie.
Up is a sad movie. All right.
Didn't say it's a good movie. It's a sad movie. If you don't cry within 5 minutes of watching that movie, you have no soul.
All right, Eric. You want to take that one?
I still think it's a bad movie. He didn't say it wasn't bad or it
Squirrel.
wasn't good. Yeah, but why is that funny?
Because it's a dog. And he's having a conversation.
So
And it's squirrel.
why does the main character, the little kid, have to be a fat kid?
Why does it have to be a skinny kid?
Why are you? You sound like you were offended by that.
I am.
Has somebody called you
I
the
am.
fat kid from Up at one point, and you took offense?
Maybe I was.
Like, my name is
Maybe I
Eric
was.
Benson, and I need a badge to help the elderly, which is perfect for me because I am old and I have
Yeah.
gray hair.
Yeah.
Yes. So you.
I just didn't like the movie overall. I think Jumanji is the worst movie ever created.
the first one with Robin
No, the
Williams?
remake. The remake.
The remake with The Rock.
The remake with The
I
Rock
have
and
to
Kevin
download
Hart.
it and see it. I mean, I have to go watch it.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
So bad. But why does it have 89% Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever found that
I'm
good
not a
is an
Last
idiot.
Jedi.
But whoever found that good is an idiot.
Wow.
It's not. It was
Do
supposed
you
to be a
like The
comedy.
Last Jedi?
Yeah. No, I actually didn't.
You actually did.
I actually didn't. Yeah.
You actually didn't. Boy, this could be a good show.
Exactly.
This would be a great show.
Yeah.
Had a rough start,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Tell me when does your show air on JWoo Live? I can take a listen.
Sundays at noon.
Sundays at noon.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And Wednesdays.
Wednesdays at
7
noon. Yeah.
yeah,
7
Yeah.
hours before the Royal Rumble, so very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they already
Thank you.
talked
You're
about
welcome.
it.
I was trying to educate them on the Royal Rumble, and they did not care.
Why?
That's
This is
We
the
don't know
greatest.
wrestling.
This is the greatest pay-per-view of all the entire calendar year. The Royal Rumble is the only thing that's good about the WWE anymore.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
Roman's not going to win.
Roman's not going to win.
Well, when he did, that was blasphemy because they had a last-minute writing error, and that's why they put him in at number 30, which was the stupidest thing ever. But he's not winning this year. He's got to face Brock.
Do you think Daniel Bryan's going to be in it?
No, he's gonna get involved in WrestleMania with Shane. Like it's definitely gonna be Daniel Bryan versus Shane at WrestleMania, but I don't think the Rumble's gonna be where that's gonna happen. Just like it's supposed to be John Cena Undertaker for WrestleMania, but Cena's got to face Elias because Samoa Joe got hurt. So
True.
It's kind of funny that John Cena has to be the stand-in for Samoa Joe. That's how bad John Cena's looked at now.
Yeah.
He's a stand-in for Samoa Joe.
Exactly.
Eric, do you know who Samoa Joe is?
Yeah.
You do?
I saw him in Providence.
Oh,
on
yeah?
Raw. Yeah.
As a WWE or as a TNA guy or what?
WWE. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you don't
But
know
I've
his-
seen old clips and I've seen him in NXT and stuff
TNA?
too.
He
Yeah.
destroyed Sting, which is sad, which I don't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, there's your one. Sting's going to be in the Rumble.
You think Sting's gonna be?
He's been tweeting for the past month and a half pictures of him in wrestling regalia, and he hasn't been hinting anything. So I have a feeling he's the legend because there's always a legend or two that shows up. Like last year was Hacksaw, and then 2 years ago was DDP, and then he broke his back when he was trying to do a What is that?
Boogeyman showed up last
Oh, the Boogeyman. He was there this year with the worms. He gave it to he gave it to Michael, the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Oh God, that was.
We used to
Raw
have a wrestling
25 was
show
terrible.
together. Yeah.
We need to do a show.
Well,
because
me and the station founder he used to have a wrestling show here, and then he left, and I miss him.
can we have another
out to
wrestling
Pete.
show, just you and me, and just
Yeah.
not care about Wildcat Wizards? Can we just cancel Wildcat Wizards now and just have a
Cancel it,
wrestling?
You know, absolutely. We'll talk about wrestling.
Perfect.
Well,
Wow.
I will send you an email
All
later.
right. We'll
Perfect.
chat later.
Comedy, not even funny.
As the advisor, I say that's good. All right.
Hey, I could be.
Bye.
Anyways,
Alright.
thank you. Whew.
All right.
That was the conversation that I wanted,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get it from you guys.
Well, yeah.
You disappoint me.
You're welcome.
Yes. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about how you hate Up because there's a little fat kid in it.
the only reason. I just think it's a bad movie.
Why do you think? Why is it a bad movie?
I just didn't enjoy. Why?
What did you press
Why are we
on?
pressing buttons?
I'm just pushing this in, and then I hit something.
actual train wreck.
This is a pretty bad show. No, I just didn't. When I watched it, I just didn't enjoy the movie. So I've always thought it was a bad movie.
All right, so what is your favorite Disney Pixar movie then?
Oof, that's rough.
Ooh.
A Pixar, probably Toy Story.
Toy Story. What about Disney?
What's up your ass?
It's such a safe answer. Pick a better one.
Give me time. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
You know what my favorite one is?
No, I don't. I
Coco.
Feel like you're gonna, yeah.
Coco.
What'd you just say?
Coco.
It's a new one.
It's the new one. It's good. Yes, it's exactly because of that. No, because it has such good storytelling.
Oh, no.
The one that's a terrible one that I think we can all agree is Monsters. Any of the sequels don't count. Like the sequels don't count.
All right.
Let's just talk about the IPs in general.
All right.
All right. I think Brave is a terrible Pixar movie.
I forgot there was Pixar.
I thought it was Disney.
Exactly. That's why
Is
it's
it
terrible.
Pixar?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is Pixar. It's
Are you sure
it's
about
made by Pixar. Yes, 100%. Like it's a good movie, but the fact that it got made by Pixar, it just diminishes.
Yeah, I feel like it
Pixar
should have been
in
a
general.
Disney movie.
That was the turning point for Pixar.
Yeah, it was Pixar. Yeah, I didn't know that it was actually Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get-
Tangled
yeah.
should have been a Pixar movie instead of Brave.
Tangled was pretty good.
Tangled would have been an amazing Pixar film, but
Yeah.
you know, they had I don't know what they did at Disney. They just was like, hey, we'll take Tangled and you can take Brave.
Oof.
All right, so I have a few ones. I have like two.
Two
The
favorite Pixar
Incredibles
movies.
was a classic.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
cannot deny The Incredibles. Finding Nemo.
I liked it, but not my favorite.
No, not my favorite. No.
Yeah.
But it's a classic that you can't, deny.
Yeah.
One of the ones I watch all the time was The Bug's Life. I watched that a lot. And Toy Story 1 is probably my favorite. If we're not thinking sequels. But also, Cars is a classic. And Ratatouille. You can't deny Ratatouille.
All right.
Well, you know, another one of my favorites is Wall-E.
I
didn't see
Wall.
Wall-E's so good.
I'm pretty sure that is a Disney movie.
No,
No,
it's a
it's a
Pixar
Pixar.
movie.
Seriously?
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
I'm
That's
They're
gonna say
basically the
Wall-E's
same
my
thing.
favorite.
Hold on.
oh god,
I'm
Wall-E's
gonna say
like,
Wall-E's my favorite.
it's good because like the first half of the story like has almost no dialogue.
Yeah.
Like and the fact that it gets you into the movie just makes it 10 times better. I love Wall-E.
Why is the first thing that comes up when I Google?
Hold on,
Wall-E,
Brian.
Wall-E
What's your
2?
favorite Pixar movie?
Oh, I just said Wall-E.
Oh.
I like Wall-E.
I have to go
What
with
about you, Rob?
Incredibles. I'm a superhero nerd, so Incredibles.
Are you guys ready for the second Incredibles coming
Yes,
out?
I want to watch
Yeah, I'm
that.
pretty ready.
I have the date right here.
You have the date right here. You're ready to go.
June 15th.
June 15th.
That's 3 days before my birthday. Who wants to go with me?
Oh, yes.
Not me. Yes.
The show now?
Yes.
You can't.
All right then.
Come on, dude. He's all sad.
All right, and I think.
All that
Line now, or is that
Yeah, I can't see the stop button now. My eyes are currently burning out of my head.
All right then.
All right.
We've done Pixar. We could do Disney now, I guess. Yeah.
I think I'm
Favorite
just gonna
Disney
end
movie
it.
would have to.
I'm
I
just gonna
mean,
pull the plug
what
out.
do you consider a Disney movie though?
Yeah, because there's so many.
Because,
Princesses.
but do you consider Star Wars and Pirates of the Caribbean Disney?
I guess we can do Disney princesses. I guess. Yeah. I feel like
Well,
classic.
I don't watch
Disney.
princess movies because
Yeah.
You've never seen. Oh yeah, I guess.
yeah,
Manly Men.
You've never seen a Disney movie as a kid.
I never said that. I just said I never seen a. I'm not showing up to this freaking show anymore.
Hey man, it's whatever, dude. But my favorite movie that Disney has made that involves princesses was Moana.
That is a good one.
I saw that.
Yeah, right. Any movie with ethnic characters is pretty good.
Please, Eric,
Fight me.
explain to the audience who can't see in the studio. Please explain what the connection is between Calvin and Moana.
Oh
Oh, it must just be the surfboards on his shirt.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
just love surfing.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite non-Disney movie that should have been a Disney movie was?
Surf's Up.
Surf's Up, starring Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Is that the one with the penguins?
Yes.
Yes.
With the Emperor
It-
Penguins.
Oh
and they
my
just go
god.
surfing.
The best thing about it is what the big buff penguin is talking about all the trophies he's won.
Oh boy.
And it's just god, he's just going on and on. He's like, this one's name is Sheila. Oh,
Yeah,
I love
this
Sheila.
one's named Sheila. Oh, no.
Sheila was just oh yeah.
That's one with the Rock, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, you know what it was? It's that little scruff of a beard that Calvin has. That's what reminded Eric, right?
Oh yeah, I have a little
yeah.
niblets here and there.
Yeah.
I would say, I think one of the best Disney movies would probably be Peter Pan.
Peter Pan?
Yeah, you saw that, Brian?
Kind
of. I mean, as a kid.
Okay, so. No.
Just breaking the studio, I see.
Yeah, I am. So, no, my parents bought Peter Pan, right? Because I was sick. I was just sitting in bed, and they're like, oh, let's, I'll bring up the TV, we watch a movie, whatever. And we were watching Peter Pan, and about halfway through the movie, my dad started choking. So we had to bring him to the hospital. I never finished the movie. So no, I haven't finished Peter Pan yet. So please don't spoil it.
Oh my god.
Are you have to be joking. That you've never after all these years you just decided
I just
I'm not
haven't.
gonna watch
It's
it.
bad luck.
And that's Wildcat Wizards for you, folks. See you never.
Oh boy, this podcast is a mess.
It truly is. A terrible
week's
start.
Last week's was so good, and then this week's we're struggling to hit half an hour. Oh
Hey, man.
no. Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Look at me, man. Hey
No,
man.
I'm not gonna look at you.
You're looking at me right now, man.
Why do you have your?
Are we
pick
doing
out?
this?
Because I want
we
want
really
to show
doing this?
dominance over you guys. Also,
What?
what? What do you mean what? Look at me. What? What? Rob, any thoughts?
Are we really doing this?
I don't
Or is it gonna
know,
go
are we?
between you two? Hey, man. Hey, man.
Hey, no dead air, man.
Calvin, you're screeching into the mic again.
Hey, man.
I just like to point out that whenever I look at the screen and Calvin's talking, there's a 50-50 chance to see if all the waveforms are blasted out.
What about phone games? You guys want to talk about phone games?
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Play game.
HQ.
HQ is my new favorite game of all time. I love HQ.
I literally disagree with you on every freaking topic.
Why do you hate HQ, Eric?
This is the dumbest game on the App Store right now.
Why is it
Yeah.
so dumb?
You can only play it twice a day.
Okay.
You have to play it with 1 million people, so the game lags like balls.
Okay.
And then
Sometimes it's a glitch.
if you even get a chance to get past the 5th question, you can only win $10. Is it really even worth it?
Yes, it is. It's not even about the money. It's just a fun thing to do with your day.
I do have to say, I got
It's
pretty
something to
frustrated
look
last
up.
night because I got to the 5th question and I answered it right, and then they said, "Oh, you were wrong," and like everybody in chat was like, "What the heck?" Just everybody lost, and it got like 80% of the people just knocked out. And it's
Hey,
like, what? Okay,
savage
what was
question.
that?
It's a savage question. Did you
Yeah,
say savage
by
question?
savage question you mean a glitch where the actual question is marked as wrong? Then yes.
And the people that do it are the most annoying people.
Yeah.
You have to wait 5 minutes for the game to start, so you might as well just mute your phone anyway.
Yeah.
Everything they say can be not part of the game. Why do they need to say that stuff?
I think
They're like, "Oh, my name is Sarah Priebus. Follow me on Twitter."
Here's what you do. You just swipe to the left so there's no comments distracting you from the game, and you just enjoy the host just being a host.
So why don't you just play Trivia Crack?
Because there's no live element to it. It's fun to like
the only
play, and
gimmick-
then you have the
the
chance
only
to
gimmick-
actually win free money.
Yeah, the only gimmick of HQ that makes it different from, and in some aspects better, but in a lot of aspects worse than like Trivia Crack, is the fact that
Like, it's live and it has an audience, so it makes you feel like, oh, this is more of a game show rather than just I'm sitting at home in my underwear tapping on my screen. And it's like that element is good, but at the same time it makes it have to have a live host, and to have a live host he only does it twice a day. So it boils down to, well, twice a day you can answer 8 questions and feel dumb.
Hey, I like it. I like HQ.
I like it, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
Like, the thing that makes me a huge fan is everybody just hating on it. And I don't understand why they hate on it so much. Like,
Haters are my
understand
motivators.
what it is and don't get hype over what it could be. Because sooner or later it's going to be that, and you're going to be like, oh, well, they should have had that a long time ago. Or they'll never have it, and you'll be like, oh, well, they should have. This is why I don't play
Well,
it.
what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying that other people would like to have in a game?
I think they should have more hosts. I think they
Okay.
should have more hosts. I think they should have tailored topics. So instead of just broad overranging topics. They should have.
Well,
like,
the overranging
sports.
topics.
Sports.
The reason why
trivia.
they have the overranging topics is to knock out people fast. So, like, if you have somebody who's really good at sports and you have it's sports night there, well, everybody who's good at sports is going to make it farther and farther. But if you throw in a bunch, like, the first question is about sports, the second one's about, like, computers, and then the third one's about, like, knitting in the 18th century, no one's gonna make it through. That's why it's, it goes down the last 100 people or whatever.
But then they can just have smaller prizes for those two.
Yeah, but then you
have
you
the overall.
even if it is a smaller prize, then it's going to be like 5 cents because there's going to be a million people also getting that far. If you have it randomized like that, it cuts down on like who knows everything, or who gets really lucky at tapping.
Hey man, look,
man.
they can have harder questions for trivia.
They do have harder questions
And
for trivia.
I don't know.
I've never seen you get past question 6.
I've gotten up to question like 10 and
right.
failed. Like that's like the highest, and I've had that multiple times.
Yeah, but
And I've only been playing a week.
is it lucky or do you actually know the questions?
I know the questions. Once or twice, it's pure luck, but I know the answers.
Most of the questions are like, who won best screen actor, director
In
2 years ago?
2001.
Yeah, like, how are you supposed to know that stuff? That's why you just get lucky with three answers.
Context clues.
How? What do you mean context?
I'm just good.
Show. It's
Yeah.
over.
How is it the end of the show? No.
What do you
I'm
mean
going-
context clues?
context clues?
Yeah.
Look, sometimes he says things, and then you look,
Yeah, but he only says things in the first 1 or 2 questions.
and yeah, he does. But then you look
'Cause
at
it
the comments.
If they
and you see
get
what
the
people
first
say.
2 questions right, people are like, "Oh, I know this. I'm going to try again next time." If they just for the first 2 questions gave the hardest questions, everybody get knocked out, but nobody would come back to play. So that's why he eggs you on. He's like, "Oh yeah, that Jay Biebs," and then it's like, "Oh, Justin Bieber was the answer." It's like, well, yeah, of course it was.
Hey man, I just like the game. It's a fun thing to do when I'm bored or when I have a break.
It is, but only
Like-
if you have a break at 3 p.m. or 9 p.m. Any other time, you can't play the game.
Yeah, I have work. Sometimes I close off work and I can't play. That's fine. I don't care. But when I'm at home and it's 9 o'clock and I have nothing to do, I'm like, oh, let me just play HQ real quick. And if I lose, I lose. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. The best thing that can happen, I win some money.
You get frustrated for being glitched out.
And then you just,
Yeah.
all right, then don't play the game. Like people that get easily mad that an app with over 1 million people at some points glitches sometimes, and they don't understand that and they get frustrated. Well, you probably shouldn't play because you probably get frustrated over the minimal things in life. So bear with it. It's a brand new app. It just got on Android, so that means more people are playing. So I don't know what else to say, dude. Like it's just a game.
Eric's over there just like.
Hold on.
Yeah,
snapping
you're
his teeth.
I have a question for Eric then.
Like why? Why are you
What-
contemplating?
What is your favorite app then? Your favorite game app?
Clash Royale.
All right.
Ooh.
That's fair.
I play that.
All right.
I play that every day. Every 7 hours, you get the request, and you go on, maybe play a few battles here and there in class. Fun time. But HQ, no, like I understand why people like it. Like
Yeah.
I understand, but like I've tried it a bunch of times. Like I've had it for like 2 weeks and I deleted it. It just frustrates me that the questions are just so stupid. Like it's just the dumbest questions. And then you look at the comments, everyone's like, "Oh, we picked that answer. I pick it," and it's like, "Oh, it's wrong." Duh. It's cool. I like the idea. It's cool.
Yeah.
But it needs
Execution.
improvements.
is not great.
the
Yeah.
only issue is execution.
Yeah, but you could say that about a lot of things.
You can.
And that doesn't justify it.
I mean,
Is-
it doesn't, but also, what can you
At the
say?
end of the day, it's an okay app with a good idea.
yes.
Yeah.
And my only question is, how are they going to make money? How are they going to get
No,
money
they do.
back?
They do sponsorships. Like the 3 games that I've been in, they always say like the name of a company like before the first question, and that's who gives them the money. Is like to mention them to over 1 million people live. That's who gets them the $2,500 that they need.
But I think they should be saying that much more clear. Maybe they should have like.
Well, no,
ad
that's the whole gimmick. It's
questions.
like they don't want to make it feel like an ad read. They just say a dumb joke and then mention the company, and then they're on their way. They made their money. And that's it.
I don't know. I know that's how they do it, but like maybe they should just be clear with the audience, because there's people that are like dedicated to HQ. And there's like a lot of them. So I don't know what to say. I like HQ, and that's that. It's
Ryan.
just a fun game.
What's your favorite game app?
It's my favorite game app. Ooh. Oh, don't ask me this. Give me a minute to think about it.
Oh, all right. While you're
ask me
thinking, are you guys going to hockey tonight or no?
I am.
Probably not. I'm not a big hockey fan.
But it's a fun time. I'm not going because I went the last 2 years, but
Yeah.
I think for a freshman, I think you should.
All right.
I think you guys should go tonight. It's at like 8 o'clock, but you don't have to go at like 8. You can go at like 8:15 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fun. You don't have to sit with people. You just sit wherever you want. It's a nice time.
Yeah, you
All right.
free stuff, right? They give you free
Yeah. No, it's Johnson and Wales. What do you expect?
They
You,
don't
you
even
get a
fund
free
us.
ticket. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give
There's no like vouchers or like food things or anything.
Maybe they'll like shoot T-shirts out at people in the stands. I don't know.
They might actually do that. I don't know if they did it last year.
Oh, 5 T-shirts.
Yeah, I
5
know.
T-shirts.
That just
5
say like
people getting-
thanks.
Yeah. It's like
Like the
went to-
generic plastic bags that say like thank you.
Yeah.
Like that. Basically.
The ones that you get at, like the Chinese food places.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
Thank you,
exactly.
and this big smiley face
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite phone game?
My favorite HQ, and then yeah,
Yeah.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is really good. I love that game. Oh my god! Have you ever played Animal Crossing? Oh god! All right.
It's I'll explain it to you really easily. It's just one of those games that's like, it's one of those games that you don't play if you're looking to play for something. It's just one where I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's one of those games that's kind of calming because it just
Yes.
you do like random small tasks and then like you just chill. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not one of those games that you're looking for like, oh, I'm gonna have a great time. It's like, yeah, I could play some of that.
Yeah, it's just like it's just an extremely casual game that you
Yeah.
play sometimes from a popular IP that
You just
that
do
no one
some-
thought would be on mobile.
You just do some quests and then you get some money and then you upgrade your house. It's like, oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah.
It's a really fun
Good.
game. Look at all the
Good. I
look
have
at all
it
the
on
stars. and
2DS.
stuff. Oh yeah, like it's I don't know. Like it's like Nintendo's equivalent to The Sims on how like casual and simplistic it is.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Yeah. So like it's
No,
whatever.
The Sims app is horrible.
Oh yeah.
It is garbage because it's like it in the beginning it was fine because it was like when it first came out it's like, oh, you know, you tell your sim to go to work or whatever, and then 3 seconds in real life it can be done. But then they updated it and now it's all real time, so it'd be like, hey, tell your sim to go to work, and it's like, okay, and then your sim's at work for 8 hours, and it's like, well, what's the point of it? Like
people constantly come back, I guess. I have no clue.
Yeah, but it ruins it for me because it's like, well, now it's bringing down the abstraction, and now it just feels more like real life. And why would I want to play that? Because it's like,
you're not wrong. I don't know. I never liked The Sims as a child.
I like
thought
The
it was
Sims,
just-
but it's like I like The Sims only because you can choose what to do and you can speed up time, and if you don't want to do something, you don't have to, kind of thing.
True.
But it's when they take away that aspect and just make it, go to work, and then your sim just sits there and work in a cubicle for 8 hours. It's like, wow.
I'm thinking about getting The Sims for PS4. What do you guys think? It's like $30.
If it's $30, then get it.
Sims what? 4 or 3?
I think it's 4.
Sims
But like, what do you do? Is it
It's
like a
A life
simulation?
simulator.
Yeah,
basically.
it's more or less it's
Yeah.
a life simulator.
But do you play with actual people or do you play with computers?
You play with the characters that you make, and the characters that you make interact with the AI kind of thing.
I don't like that.
It's the kind of thing of, how do I explain it? It's cool because of you can progress through your entire Sim's life, and then let's say they have a kid, and then you progress through the kid's life, and then after that kid has a kid kind of thing. It's one of those games, but it's.
You know what game
hard
I
to
actually
explain.
do enjoy? I've played a bunch of times. Well, other than the truck simulator that I brought up that
Yeah.
one show, Farming Simulator is
There we go.
say anything.
Farming Simulator. I've played on computer once.
Yeah.
You drive around a tractor, you cut the grass, you get some wheat. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
It's just to waste time, Calvin.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You just
Like,
sit there.
it's like the Animal Crossing one.
The
You
thing-
sit there and you waste
exactly.
time. It's like, wow.
The thing is,
The Animal
like-
Crossing one is you go, it's like you talk to somebody and they're like, man, I really want an apple right now. And then you go find an apple, you bring it to them and they're like, all right, here's some money.
that's
And it's
literally
like- it's
it. And that's probably the same aspect as Farming
90% of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're judging me so hard, but you play Farming Simulator,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
you
I'm
can't really say
I'm judging
anything.
you so hard. You know what my favorite game is? I love Farming Simulator.
really want to get canceled.
Like you hypocrite, God. Anyways, jeez Louise. I can't.
We
Farming
only have
simulator.
an hour 20 minutes left.
Wow, that's.
No,
Can you
that's not happening.
Yeah, we're. I don't know. What should we do now?
There's no Clash Royale fans. Nobody likes Clash Royale.
I played
No?
for a
Yeah.
solid 2 months,
Yeah.
and then I just got really tired of it.
I'm starting to
'cause
get tired of it. Yeah.
I just couldn't like move up.
Yeah.
And it just really got on my nerves. 'cause
I'm
I
in,
spent-
like-
I spent a good 3 weeks in the same spot.
I'm in the 4,000s trophies with like
Yeah.
the challenger thing, but I haven't played 1v1s because if you stay in that division, you get like more rewards. So I'm
Yeah.
just staying there. But 2v2s are fun. I don't know if you've played 2v2s.
No, I haven't.
You probably were on the game when they didn't have 2v2s.
Yeah.
But now, like, I can go on it now. If you're in a clan, it's fun because you get more cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'll show you the 2v2s. It's like it's just another game mode that you don't go up and down in trophies, but you get chests. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Kevin,
So
stop
like
kicking
that's
my
that's
foot.
the main screen, right there.
All right.
If you go on a 2v2, you can play with your friends, but this is like you play actual 2v2
Nice.
like that.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very fun. So when you do, and then on the weekends, it's like the crown chest.
Yeah.
Remember that? So like you can play with a clan mate, and if you get a 3 crown, it's 6 crowns. So
Nice.
it adds up to the crown chest. So and then crown chest or clan chest, whatever you want to call it.
You know, I just stopped playing it because it just got really.
It gets
repetitive,
frustrating.
And and it's like I get to the point where I wouldn't move up unless I looked up a deck online.
Yep.
And it's like at that point, it's like, well, you know, it's not really
What's the fun?
me playing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of
That's
just
true.
Googling how to win.
What about anyone played 2048 when it first came out?
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, I
For
still
a
have it.
while.
How about Hill Climb Racer?
That's classic.
That's
That
a
is-
very classic. I played that when I was a senior in high school. How about Flow? You guys know Flow?
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
the
The dots.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans? No, I don't like that game. Is annoying now. No, I don't think anyone's played that in the last year.
Yeah, no.
Seriously.
Like
I went on it today, and the last chat that was in my clan was 50 days ago. I was like, wow, this is cool.
Oh, that's always good.
You know what's a good
what
game?
else?
Temple Run.
Temple Run is a good game.
Yep.
But also Geometry Dash. Have you ever played that?
Oh, no, I've seen it, but I've never played it.
The one with like the super like techno music, and you have to like bounce the block over things, and it doesn't synchronize with the music, so it trips you out.
Yeah.
That game is so fun.
I've been
that game.
I don't know. I've been like downloading a bunch of random apps and then playing them for like an hour and then uninstalling.
That's pretty much what you do now.
Yeah, and
life at this point.
pretty much, yeah. One game that I've been playing a lot is called First Strike, and it's basically you control a nation, and it's like
commercial with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
no. Oh yeah, it's like Mobile Strike, First Strike, or something.
Yeah, that.
No, it's not that. It's just called First Strike, and you take over a nation and their nuclear arsenal, and you just gotta like avoid nuclear war, and then if you can't avoid it, you have to win the nuclear war. So it's a pretty cool one because of you'll just get a notification sometimes. It's like, oh, Brazil has launched a first strike, and you look and there's 70 missiles coming up from Brazil all
my
at
God.
once.
How does Brazil have that many missiles?
I
But
don't know.
what about there was a game like that? You remember Plague? Did you
Yeah.
guys
That's the
ever play
one.
that?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's a fun game.
Rob pipes up after like a solid 23 minutes of just not talking. I like to play Plague.
Yeah, where's gonna fit it? I don't play those games.
Well,
that's good.
I mean, Angry Birds classic. Can we have a debate? No,
I didn't like it.
They definitely overused
I tried it.
they overused it, but the
yeah.
original Angry Birds,
Right.
no.
The
When it
original
first,
Angry Birds, they have like 700 levels now.
yeah,
And they also have at least 5 sequels.
yeah.
All with more and more. Things.
Well, they had a Star Wars Angry Birds,
They
but
did.
but do you think what do you think's the most successful, best game app? I honestly think it's Flappy Bird.
What do you mean by successful?
What do you think is like the most popular game app that like anyone can play?
I would
like,
say
that would be like
it
all-time
used to be
classic.
Angry Birds.
Clash
Yeah.
I would say it used to be Angry
I'd
Birds.
say a modern one is probably Clash of Clans.
Yeah, but
there was a,
that's
there
more
was
of
a
our
solid-
generation.
Yeah, but there was a solid 3 months of
Nothing but
everybody
ads.
just playing
Yeah.
of everybody just playing that, nothing but ads everywhere for it, and just there were tons of people on it. They were raking
about-
in all the money.
What about Candy Crush?
Yeah, Candy Crush also is a staple, but it's kind of hated by.
Well,
if you don't like
honestly,
it,
I honestly think it's Flappy Bird just because of the value.
yeah,
Just when it was deleted, but people still had it on their phones, and people were selling their phones
yeah,
for like
but you can
thousands of
say that about
dollars.
Anything like if I make an app and it gets 3 downloads, I can say, well, wow,
Yeah,
this app,
3 downloads compared to probably 50 million plus of Flappy Bird.
Well,
Yeah, it was on the news for like a solid 2-3 weeks about Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
All right.
I have Fabby Bird.
Yeah,
That's
what?
that's
Bird.
it's the knockoff of Flappy Bird.
All right.
Yeah, I play that sometimes.
Okay.
Trivia
know if
trivia crack another. What'd you say,
Yeah.
Rob?
Good.
What'd you say, Rob?
Nothing. Brian just looked back and said, "Yeah, huh?" And I was
Oh.
like, "Okay."
Oh, there was this old trivia game.
Fabby Bird.
It's so bad.
I thought you said something else. Sorry. No, there was this old trivia game. I can't remember what it's called, but it was so good. Like me and my friends would play it all the time. You'd play and try to get ranked up in like the highest of whatever for like your place. So you'd be like, oh, highest in space trivia for Rhode Island or whatever. And I downloaded it again because man, I haven't played that game in like years. And I downloaded it again and it's just filled with ads. It's unplayable. And it's just garbage now.
Another one that you could kind of say is a popular app would be Minecraft.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But that's more PC. But I'm saying like people have
Yeah.
downloaded it.
Minecraft is on everything now.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think people will stop playing Minecraft?
No.
No.
Definitely.
No.
not.
Kids love it.
There is no way that Minecraft is ever going to go down. It's never going to go away. So we just got to live with it at this point.
All right.
So,
I don't know.
So you brought up PC. So what do you think is the best PC game?
Oh boy.
PC Master Race.
PC Master.
I was never a PC guy, so I don't know. I have no idea.
All right. What's your favorite console game
Of all time,
Of all time.
I have an opinion that no one will share with me. For PS2, my favorite game of all time is Sly Cooper.
Ooh.
Yep, you thought it was Metal Gear? Nope, Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper is a good game.
And it's super underrated. Sometimes I bring it up and people don't even know what it is.
Even the
And it
sequels are
shows.
pretty good.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
if we're talking all time, you're talking about sports, action. You're talking about everything. All time best console game.
All time.
You don't even know, dude. Like
There's so
All right,
many games.
I'm
Are
going
we
to
talking
go
about
with
franchise or are we talking about a single game?
single game.
single game.
I'm going to go with a PlayStation 1 gem. Calvin's looking at me.
It's going to be a meme, and you're
Yeah.
not going to be.
From Uganda.
I know.
No, it's actually not. Crash Bandicoot 1.
Oh.
Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
I don't think it holds up.
No, I
Didn't
found
they
my
just
old
make a
PS1.
remake?
Yeah, they did. The remake though is just updating graphics and they threw it on a disc. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, $60.
And people loved it for some
Yeah.
reason.
It's definitely not a game that's worth $60, but it's a good game that like you can still go back right now and like play it, and it's like it holds up. Honestly, it's a good platformer game, and it holds up.
Is it really a like when I played it and when I see people playing it,
Yeah.
it's like weird because like you're playing from behind him
Yeah.
and like it's not really a 3D platformer. It's just a 2D platformer with 3D elements in it. So when you think about it,
No, no.
because then you're not really like when you say a 3D platformer, I think of like Super Mario 64. Like
Yeah, but
Super
it's
Mario
it's not an open
64.
world. It's a linear map 3D platformer. It's not a like. There's plenty of those, but
But when you you say like a linear path 3D platformer, it doesn't sound like 3D platformer. It's
can you
not
move
the same
left and
thing.
right? Yes.
Mm.
Can you move forward and back? Yes. Can you move up and down? Yes. That's 3 dimensions, Calvin.
Dude, like I'm looking for some open world stuff when I'm thinking of a 3D platformer.
All right.
I think of
It was that Sonic fan game that was pretty good, and then got shut down.
which one?
Um,
Because there were so many of them.
somebody made like a whole open world like Sonic 3D platformer that like controlled well, looked great, and like it had like 5 levels, and it was amazing. And then they got a copyright strike and taken down because they were giving it out for free.
Dude,
Um,
I don't know, man.
I don't know what they are.
Fan games are when fan games are good, they're good.
And when they're bad, they're horrendous.
Yeah. There's
What?
no like, well, that was okay. Because
Yeah, there's no, that Pokemon fan game, that was alright. No, it's either, man, this is garbage, or, yeah, I could see this definitely being, like, an actual, like, license thing.
you don't know how many like Pokemon fan games I've played on like ROMs and
Yeah.
I've just enjoyed, and some that I play up until like the first like main gym leader and I just throw away.
Yeah, a lot of them are just garbage or great. And
I
you'll
like-
find out in the first 30 seconds.
I don't know if it's a fan game or not, but I distinctly remember there's like a GameCube game of like a Shrek fighting game. You just played as Shrek characters.
Oh my!
There's-
Hello and welcome back to Wildcat Wizards. In the meantime of me hitting spacebar, we lost Calvin and we had a good conversation about Shrek beating up other Shrek characters.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So Calvin disappeared. Eric.
Banished him forever.
Good.
And
Even though I
ever.
just told him to join my club.
Yeah,
So
pretty
I
much.
banished him forever.
You
Yeah.
banished him forever until he shows up on a wrestling hip hop show.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Well, now that Calvin's gone, we get to hear Rob a little more.
Ooh.
So that'd be
Wow.
good. Because you just never talk on this show.
I try to, and then Calvin
Yeah.
cuts me off.
Yeah. But Calvin's not here. Talk
you
me out
are
of
our
it.
man on the street, so I mean, you do
Yeah.
have a pretty special job. So, but yeah, so Calvin or someone asked who my favorite. No, I think he did. My
Yeah.
favorite all time console game. I mean, that's tough.
Farming Simulator. Xbox.
No, I've never played it on console. Honestly, I might pick MW3 or MLB The
Ooh.
Show.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
17. I don't know.
Ooh.
Is that
Yeah.
your favorite Call of Duty game?
MW3 is my favorite Call of Duty. We talked about this though. We already
Did we?
Yeah, I feel like
we
did.
discussed this.
I don't remember.
GTA 5 is also a great one.
It's classic.
GTA 4 is also a good one. Saints Row the second.
I love all the fake tweets from Rockstar about like, oh, these are screenshots from our upcoming GTA 6.
Yeah.
And they're just like penguins of Madagascar. Like,
Oh my god.
like
That's
PS1
just Rockstar.
games.
Like I don't I expect that.
I love it so
Yeah.
much. It's so good.
Red Dead Redemption's coming out this year too,
Ooh.
right?
Yeah.
I believe.
The second one.
Yeah, the second one.
I don't know. I'm not really that excited for it.
No, the first one was just
It was a little bit boring.
yeah, it was. I
Because
agree
it's
with
just
that.
like riding on a horse
Well,
simulator.
it's that compared to GTA 4.
It was Farming
basically.
Simulator without the farms.
Exactly. That's a great comparison, actually. What about you? What about you guys? Favorite console game?
Um,
I like Fallout 4.
And I
Fallout 4.
also didn't mention Guitar Hero or Rock Band. So like, there's
Yeah.
so many that I have to talk about.
I like BioShock 2. I don't know if you ever played that one.
I think it was free on Xbox for a little bit.
I don't know. BioShock's definitely some of my favorite games.
Fortnite's also up there too. I like
I
Fortnite.
still haven't played Fortnite.
It's a great
Is it on
game.
Xbox
It's great. It should be. Yeah, because
It's also free.
Play it. It's free, and then the campaign's gonna be free this year.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
PUBG.
actually just bought the battle pass for $10.99. Or actually, I think it was $9.99.
I don't
So
know. I kind of like PUBG.
I've
haven't played
tr-
it on console.
I don't know. I've tried it. I've seen people play it.
Yeah.
I think the map is way too big.
It's you have to know when to jump out of the plane because if you jump out of the plane too early, too late, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
But
But I watched my buddy play it. He got a bunch of resources, went in the middle of a street, and died.
Yeah.
And he was like, "That's PUBG." I'm like, "You just wasted 10 minutes of your life." He's like, "Yeah, I know." I'm like,
dude.
"What are you doing?"
On one hand, I really
Like-
like that.
yeah, on one hand, it's like wow, it's really good because it's not like
It's realistic. It's cool,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I like it because it reminds me of DayZ when DayZ was big. You know what DayZ is?
No, I've never heard of that.
Isn't that like a
it's,
zombie one?
It was Armor 3 mod hack that added zombies to the game. So it ended up becoming its own game, but it's just like a really it's like a simulator of surviving like the apocalypse.
Mhm.
But at the same time, your biggest threat is the other humans that are playing with you. So it's the kind of thing of, oh, well, you found this really cool gun, but now some guy looking through a sniper scope 200 feet away sees you pick up that
Yeah.
gun and he wants that
Yeah.
gun. So it's one of those. PUBG reminds me of that because it's like, it's the kind of thing of you want to find other people, but at the same time you don't want to be
Yeah,
found.
that's true.
So it's that kind of it kind of has this stealth element to it that I really like, and at the same time it just has the spontaneousness of like, oh, I'm getting shot at right now, duck for cover.
I don't know. I like the stealth element, but I also like playing like the opposite, where you're just like blaring the horn, just like
Yeah, me
Doing
and Rob
jumps.
play PUBG a little bit, and what we usually do is we find like the vans if we can,
Yep.
because the vans are the slowest cars in the game, but they
Yeah.
have a lot of like armor on them.
Yeah.
So we basically get two vans and we just drive in a caravan until we find somebody and then just circle around them. So everybody else will just be playing like all sneakily and we'll just like see somebody move out of the corner of our eye and just turn our vans to go hit them. It's a fun game.
I saw a clip on Instagram of this kid playing. It was really like a guy. He was playing PUBG.
Yeah.
And he was standing on the bottom of a hill, and a van came right over him, and he ducked. Like he was on Twitch or something. He ducked, and he just stood there. He was out of breath. He was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "You idiot."
Oh, it's definitely a really fun game.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of game where you can only play like 2 or 3 rounds at a time.
That's what
Yeah.
I think,
But the thing is, 2 or 3 rounds could last you anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour 30.
yeah.
So it's fun, but it's fun in moderation.
Fortnite can last, I believe, like 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's a slow paced game, but like it's fast. Like, it's
Yeah.
quick. But really, like 15 to like 40 minutes, maybe, if you really get to the top, like
Yeah.
3 teams or whatever. But
I don't know, just from style wise, I think PUBG makes a better game of that category just by style wise. But I still haven't played Fortnite, so I can't really say.
they just recently updated Fortnite, and they added like 4 new cities in the map, so like the whole map is filled now.
Yeah,
But the graphics are a lot better now. Like there's a new update today too, January 25th. So
PUBG updated a while ago, like a month ago, and they added 2 or 3 new giant maps. So there's always like
that will only make the game lag more, wouldn't it?
No. It's just like a random map picker. So it's like you'll join a game and it's like, oh, it's the desert map, or oh, it's this normal map.
Okay.
And it's like it's really good. Like each
But
of the
like,
maps.
isn't that kind of hard to get used to, like the maps though? Like,
Yeah, that's
like when you play Fortnite over and over again, you know like where the good spots are, you know where the bad
but
spots
that's
are.
the thing is like PUBG, they're not adding like 15 maps at once. They're adding 2 or 3. That way, the people who played it from the beginning, which was like 2016,
Yeah.
Have something new to learn at
That's
the same
true.
time.
All right, that's a good point.
But no, I don't know. I think PUBG is like a really fun game to get into. It is like $30, but at the same time, you'll definitely get the hours worth.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've played a little bit of Fortnite, and I feel like it goes a lot faster.
It
than
does.
PUBG.
The map is way smaller than PUBG.
Yeah.
Plus, you're smaller, like as a character, so it's not that bad. But when you can run across the map, I mean, like realistically, like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
Where in PUBG it would be like 20
from
minutes.
From one corner to the other corner is like 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And I've only seen someone play that once, and I already knew like what it was about.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to play with people that you know, but when you're playing alone, it's the kind of thing of like you're super paranoid all the time.
Yeah.
Because of when you're playing with other people, you get like more and more bold with your actions. So like me and Rob will do like the vans circling around people, but like when I'm playing by myself, like I'm super sneaky. Like I just like crawl around everywhere, and then like I just snipe, and I think it's a nice mix when you get people who are playing by themselves and people who aren't, because you'll just see like it'll just be silence, and then within like a moment's notice, it's just pure chaos, and that's why I like it.
You see one, or like you like hear a shot ring off. It's like, all right, we're starting now.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you hear a shot. Like you have to have headphones for PUBG, otherwise it's just you're gonna get shot and you're not gonna know why. So you'll just hear a shot like from your right, and like you just turn your character right and like get on the ground as fast as you can, so that way it's not you who gets shot. But it's so funny to watch everybody jump out of the plane at once, because you'll just hear like everybody screeching as they jump out, and you just look behind the plane and there's like 50 people just all parachuting down the one city. And then if you're on the outskirts of the city, all you hear is constant gunshots.
Oh yeah.
Of just people found another person, shot that guy, and then stole his gun, and then it's just a mess.
Well, that's what happened with Fortnite when they updated it like 2 weeks ago. They added this brand new city with like a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
And if you fly over it, because like the bus like always flies over it now,
Yeah.
you just see at least 50 people jump out, and it's like, look at all these idiots. like 30% of them are gonna probably die.
Yeah, if you jump to a main city in like either of those games, it's like, well,
you're asking to get killed
it's
immediately.
Like, your chances of survival like
Exactly.
instantly.
Yep.
You mentioned that Fortnite has a campaign.
Yeah.
What's
So
that
like when you
about?
go on the game, you know like those characters they show on the loading screen? Those
Yeah.
are from the campaign.
Oh.
So like when you go on the game, you can either press like P versus E or something like that, which is probably player versus enemy, I believe.
Everyone.
Or everyone, sure. And then the other
Yeah.
one is like online or whatever. So if you press the other option, you have to like buy it. Like it's like probably like $20, $30. I don't even know what it is. I've never even looked at it. So, but I think it's gonna be. I think my buddy showed me a picture. It's gonna be free this year. It says free 2018. So
I have to check that out then.
yeah.
I think my general rule with like spending money on games is if I get an hour for every $1 that I spend, like that's a good purchase. So the rule like really works out sometimes, you know, because a lot of games I have like 60 hours, like 55 hours, whatever. But then it's like other times I have games with like over 500 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh well, I definitely got my money's worth out of
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I dropped $30 in iTunes money on Clash Royale.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so worth it. I think. I mean, for me it is, but
As long as like you're getting enjoyment out of it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't see a problem with spending like money on mobile games because like you're spending like a buck an hour.
they're free games, and then that's how they get. Like, you're gonna get into the free game, and then you're gonna have to purchase stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how they get you. So it makes sense.
Yeah. That works out.
What do you guys think is like the best franchise?
Ooh.
Like for console games,
Console games?
like GTA, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto,
I'm gonna go with Fallout probably.
Fallout. I've never played Fallout. I'm not a big fan of like the campaign games where you have to like run around. Like I tried Assassin's Creed. That was like
Yeah.
one of the few that I liked.
I
That
tried that, but
I didn't like it. I bought the one with the pirates. I was like, this should be cool.
I'm
You
a
could-
big fan of Assassin's Creed. Like the earlier ones are the better ones.
Yeah,
the
that's what
newer
I've
ones
heard.
are not as good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the kind of thing of like I like Fallout only because I like the post-apocalyptic setting,
That's true.
and at the same time, you know, Fallout New Vegas, great game, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I like Fallout 4 more. So it's the kind of thing of like, at what point do you start like a franchise for a different reason than normal? So like Fallout 4, I thought it changes the franchise, but for the better, I think.
What about Halo? I'm not a big fan of Halo, but you think it's one of the.
lost it.
I think after Reach, it started to go downhill.
I've heard Reach is like the best.
Yeah.
After Reach, I stopped playing.
Yeah. Daryl plays Destiny a lot. That's like his main game. He plays it in his office.
I tried Destiny. I was like, this is gonna be my new game that I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna play it all the time. And then it just turned into like a grind fest. And
Yeah,
it's like, You
yeah.
have to go do this thing 50
Yeah.
times. It's like, why?
Destiny, I bought it. Like I beat the campaign, and then I was like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah, exactly.
One of the games I actually I think is one of the biggest flops is that Dead Man's Sky game. You guys heard of that? Or it's the one with like space. You go to different planets.
Yeah,
I feel like that was
Oh,
such a big
yeah.
flop of a game.
Yeah, just because like they didn't do what they originally said.
Yeah.
And they got more money than they asked for, kind of thing. What was the name of it?
No Man's Sky.
Oh, No Man's Sky. Yeah, that's it. Because I knew some people that bought it for like $60.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
you guys
then
are
they didn't
idiots.
return it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the kind of thing of like, it sounds good in concept, and then once it's executed,
Yeah.
it's just garbage.
The other game that I think is a flop was Mafia 3.
Yeah, it's not as good as the second one.
I haven't played it. You know what game It's like a really smaller franchise that I really kind of want to play. It's like SWAT. You play
I
as
think
like
I've heard of that.
yeah, exactly. It's like it's an older game for PC mostly. Like SWAT 2 and 1 and 2 were like an isometric like old one for in like 2000s, but SWAT 3 was made in like 2005, and it really holds up because you play as a SWAT team going into like different locations.
Yeah.
And it just really holds up because it's a kind of game where you can either use strategy or brute force. So like, you can go in, you can like block off some of the doors, throw in like tear gas and all that, or you can just go in guns a-blazing and like risk it.
It kind of sounds like Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rainbow
yeah.
Six Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for it's like $2 on Steam.
Oh my god.
wow.
It's a really old game.
You know what else you could play on Steam? American Truck Simulator.
Yeah. You know what else you can play? Farming Simulator.
Probably, yeah, I think so. I think you
Yeah.
can. Is there any other topics? We're already over an hour. Killed it. I have a topic for the end of the show, but I want you guys to get your. Well, you don't even have a plan, but
No, we
but
don't.
is there any like game, movie stuff you want to talk about? Jumanji was so bad.
I thought if you go into Jumanji thinking, man, this is gonna be a great comedy,
I thought, yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
it's not really a great comedy. It's a good adventure movie. I think it's not a great comedy.
It just reminded me a lot of that movie, Adventure to the Center of the Earth,
I've seen
Yeah,
really
I
good
remember that
stuff.
one.
with what's his name?
The Rock.
No, that was the second one.
That was the second one, but they
But
had
no
another
knew
one.
It was the second one.
Oh.
They had another one. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Fraser. What's his first name? You know the guy from Encino Man and
The Mummy.
No, not the Mummy. Oh my God.
I have no
Look it
idea.
up.
I remember watching the movie.
No, if you watch Jumanji Into the Forest with like a comedy perspective, there's not that many jokes. There's maybe like
a movie with Kevin Hart, The Rock, Jack Black. There needs to be more
You
jokes.
think there would be more like straightforward jokes? For the most part, it's look at these actors.
Yep.
Look at them acting.
Brendan
the opposite
Fraser.
ways, like
Brendan Fraser with Josh Hutcherson. Seth Meyers was in it.
Yeah.
This movie, it was basically the same thing. There's even a Nintendo DS game for it. Look at that. Yeah. I just thought all Kevin Hart movies, even Calvin agreed with that. They're supposed to be all big movies, like big funny. Like even Central Intelligence might have been one of the dumbest movies ever.
I haven't seen it.
It's with The Rock. They did it like I think it was like 2 years ago. No, it was last year. And it was supposed to be a big comedy, and it flopped, just like this. I mean, some people think Jumanji's good, but I just didn't. I don't know.
I don't know. Because if you go into it just thinking like, oh, this is going to be comedy filled with all these comedy actors, most of the jokes are just like, oh, look at these actors doing the opposite of what you think they do.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, that's kind of funny. But for the most part, if you look at it as like an adventure film, I think it's a good movie. If you look at it as a comedy, it's pretty bad.
Jack Black was kind of funny.
Jack Black.
That was really the only positive out of
Did I
that.
tell you how I met Jack Black?
You met Jack Black?
Yeah.
Really?
He acts just like he does in the movies.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
That's how he acts. Like some actors, they get off the screen.
Yeah.
And they're totally different. Like they're just big jerks or like they're big, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like Jack Black. What you see on screen, that's Jack Black. Like, so Providence Journal put out an ad that a movie was looking for extras, just unpaid extras. Maybe like free pizza, whatever. So me and my friend Peter, he's a film student. He's like, hey, let's go to this. We've been to a few other ones. And so we're like, yeah, whatever. And we go over, and it's called The Poker King.
Oh, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
It just came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
I might watch it. Are you in it?
I'm in the trailer for.
Oh, no
fraction
way.
of a second.
You see like the outline of Brian.
Oh, me and my friend Peter. It's really For the most part, we were just like, hey, we want to go meet Jack Black.
Is it a comedy or was it filmed here?
Yeah, well, part of it. Part of it was filmed in Rhode Island. Some of it was filmed in
Salem
Martha's
or
Vineyard, I think.
oh, Martha's Vineyard. Okay.
Yeah.
The other movie that they filmed here before you guys came here was The Purge. Did you guys know that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, The Purge. The last Purge was filmed in Providence.
Ooh.
It was last year.
He'd make
The year
you
before.
laugh.
They you know where
Now,
7-Eleven
Jan,
is
you always
down
have
here?
so much going. You're
From
constantly on the
7-Eleven
road with the
down
band.
to the corner,
You've got
like
the
that whole
store.
street was closed off for like a solid week.
Now, Jan,
they
you always
were
have so
filming,
much
so I haven't
going.
seen it
You're
yet,
constantly on the road with the band.
3 movies.
And
I
you've
have to see this.
That's me.
You just see like
my-
That's
something
me, that's
tall
me.
and
got the
orange,
store.
right? Oh, right.
Now, Jan, you always have so much going. You're constantly on the road with the band. You've got
Jack
the
Black.
store.
Jack Black is one of the heaviest drinkers I think I've
Oh
ever
my
seen.
god.
So that one scene, right? The one scene that.
Oh, for the listeners, if there are any listeners, Brian just showed the trailer, and it's literally you can't even tell it's you. It's just orange hair. That's all. It
Exactly.
is.
Exactly.
You see someone tall and orange. Like, oh, it's Brian.
Oh, I don't. If I could pull up, what is it? If I could pull up Moonrise Kingdom, I'm in there and I'm in the background for a solid like 5 or 10 seconds. And
Wow.
You can see my face.
Oh, nice.
And all that. It's pretty cool. But
So
no,
what's that movie about? Because I've actually thought about watching it.
The Poker King?
Yeah.
It's about a polka like singer who comes over. He's like a performer,
Mhm.
and for the most part, it's just like he takes money and just like he takes money from people. He's like, all right, you give me 100,000.
Mhm.
After the next show, I'll give you like, and I'll give you 120,000 back. It's just investment.
Yeah.
And it's like it's all going good, and then like the IRS catches on. They're like, hey, you can't do this. You owe us like millions of dollars.
Mhm.
And then he goes along and he tries to make the millions of dollars. Apparently, it was up on Netflix for a solid 2 days, and then got taken down again. And then now they're re-releasing it again. I don't know why. Nobody knows why, but they just did.
So how'd you meet Jack Black? So I'll get to
All right.
that.
Yeah. So basically, we go up and they're like, all right, we need people for like the dance scene, right? And we're all just sitting in like the cafeteria of the school, or wherever it was. And we're just sitting there like, all right, we need people for the dance scene. Anybody dressed in like like nice clothing, just come on down, just like bob up and down in the back, do your own thing, whatever. So me and my friend Peter were just like standing in the back, we're walking around, we're milling around, and on the stage is
Now, Jan, you always have so much going. You're constantly on the road with the.
his name. I can't think of his name. He's another famous actor. But Jack Black just walks up on the stage and he just lip syncs his song, right? We're like, oh, this is pretty good, whatever. It looks pretty good. And after he's done with the first one, he asks his like PA for a drink, and like he's still got a microphone out, and we can all hear him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, he's just gonna get some water or whatever. And the PA comes over with like a pitcher of beer.
Oh my god.
and he drinks like most of it, and then the director's like, all right, take two, and he does the song again, and then he asks his PA for another drink, and he's the heaviest drinker I think I've ever seen.
Woof.
And it's the entire time he's just repeating this one song, and he's just drinking more and more, and at one point like the PA's like, you can't have any more, like no more. And there was one part after the song, it's at the end of the trailer. I don't even remember what it is, but it's like you chant three things, and Jack Black chants three things, and then the audience chants three things, and they do that back and forth 3 times. We stood there for a solid 20 minutes doing that because the director didn't like it. So let me see if I can find it real quick and play a little audio clip. It was the point.
Wait, why is that all?
Yeah. Oh, I dropped it. That's Calvin.
I would say pause the show for
Alright.
like a second.
Hold on.
Oh, unless you got it.
I got it.
Looks like you got it.
I got it.
Okay, that worked.
So no.
Second chance.
That looked like that kind of looked like Matthew McConaughey. Oh wait,
Jack Black.
Vanessa
any of those
Bayer.
names
Wow.
ring a bell?
No. None of them ring
Well,
a
JB
bell.
Smoove, yeah.
Yeah.
It's America. We all get second.
Famous movie. Oh, go back.
Yeah.
I think I know.
It's America.
I don't know why I can't think of his name. Anyway, isn't he from like Parks and Rec or something?
Are you thinking he's the city planner guy?
Maybe. I don't know.
We all get second chance.
Oh, here we go. It's like Ziggy Zaggy something, and we played it so many times. Let me see if it'll show up. So it's just Eric. Listen to this. Ready? We did this. And it was just Jack Black just yelling at us. He was just like yelling at us drunk. And we just stood there. We're like, yeah.
Is it him?
I don't know who it is. I can't think of his name. But no, after the main recording, we went back up to the second floor because they were gonna go shoot another scene, and Jack Black was just like sitting underneath us, and we just waved at him. He's like, hey, and then somebody like pulled him away. And just like, you need to come with us right now. It's like, all right, that was Jack Black. He waved at us.
Wow, that's a great story.
That's pretty good.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
That's how you met Jack Black?
Yeah, pretty much. Him drunkenly yelling at us in Polish.
I think my favorite Jack Black is either School of Rock Jack
Oh, yeah,
Black
School of Rock.
or Tropic Thunder.
I still haven't seen it.
It's on Netflix. You have to watch that.
Does that
Robert
make
Downey Jr. plays a black guy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Robert Downey Jr. Jack Black. It's a rapper. I forgot his name. It's Barishmel. The guy that does Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, him. And the main guy is Ben Stiller. And they play characters on a movie in the movie. So like they're recording a movie, but like
They're
crap goes
also
down.
A movie.
Yeah, and the demolition guy is Danny McBride. Remember the guy? Remember the old guy from the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk?
Oh, Hugh. No. What's his name?
Remember like the old 2004 Hulk?
Oh, 2004.
The old guy, the really old guy that was in that movie.
No.
He's in it. Well, anyway, that's who's in it.
The
But
guy,
that
the guy that has no.
He's
That's
really-
the one that they
he's
painted
re-
green, right?
no,
No. Who am I thinking of?
I don't know his name. You can look it up.
Lou Ferrigno.
No, not Luke Ferrigno. No. That's like 80s Hulk, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but when you said like the old Hulk, I was like, oh, Lou Ferrigno.
I was thinking like, well, the old Hulk to me is like not the current Avengers Hulk. That's yeah. But anyway, yeah, watch that like tonight after hockey, which you guys should be going to. But all right, so the last topic I wanted to bring up for this show. Go back to the audition thing, so we'll see what we're at on time. Holy crap! All right, for the next however many minutes, we need to talk about JU Live.
All right.
Because I want to know what you're thinking about.
All right.
Why do you want to be president? And I want you to be. No. You took that the wrong way. Rob, shut up. I want someone else to be president, but like I want to have this for like next year. But like if you get elected, you get elected. Yeah. But I'm saying like what makes you want to be? Because like I was never elected. They just gave it to me because they gave it to me.
Yeah.
So like what are your interests? Like why do you want to have the position?
I don't know. I think that like we can look at having more of a specific. Yeah, we can look at having more of a. Oh, the microphone's turned on.
There's a real interest, and then there's the fake
You can turn
interest.
it away. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. There we go. All right.
No, I just think like looking at other radios from other universities, I think JU Live is like a great radio station. And
Be careful
it's a nice,
here. Be careful.
Yeah, it's a nice hodgepodge of everybody coming together, but at the same time, it's a lot of seemingly randomness playing on the air, and there's not much of like, oh well, what's playing at this time? Okay, it's gonna be this. It's the kind of thing of okay, I just got home from studying. I want to listen to some music. I personally don't turn on JU Live because 1 second it might be a hard like rap song, and then immediately after country, and then immediately after a podcast. So it's the kind of thing of, I think personally that we should keep like all the different types of things, but maybe organize it a little bit more.
Well, what we have right now is Thursdays is Throwback Thursdays.
Yeah.
That's one of our only themes, but the marketing director, Tori, has always brought up different theme ideas for different days. I want to do Metal Mondays. We could do Talk Tuesdays. We could do
because like if you think
something
of, like,
on Wednesday.
If you think of like what I personally turn to is like Brown, and it doesn't quite count because it is a little bit like sponsored, like whatever. But at the same time, it's a radio station that when you tune in, you know what to expect. Like they have the alt rock all up until Sunday. And I know that personally on Sundays I don't listen to it because I don't like the R&B. But at the same time, if you turn into JU Live, there's a chance that you're gonna fall in the middle of a podcast, have a random song playing followed by a song that's in a completely different genre, or it might be down again.
Well, this is never my. I mean, I joined this club as a freshman. They were already alive for like 3 years. But the argument I have for that is, I think it's kind of good because I can turn on JU Live sometimes and I'll hear music that I've never heard of. Yeah. So I feel like that's a good thing out of it. But like, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Which I understand. But like, I think sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Like, if you want to listen to a specific genre, don't put on JU Live because you don't know what the hell is gonna come on. Because they could, like right now.
Locked out.
I didn't log on. But the 80s. So Thursdays is 80s. So like, I have a rotation on that plays. I think 4 in a row from 80s. And then like 2 from 2000s, a few from top 40, 1 country, and then like classic rock. And then it rotates again, does the 480s, does that. Metal Mondays could be a thing. We could do Talk Tuesdays. Wednesday would have to have some other idea. Yeah. Thursday would be Throwback Thursday.
Just like a little bit more organization.
Yeah. Friday would be
something like that.
Maybe like Freaky Friday where we play like crazy music or something like that.
Yeah, like
Saturday could be like Country Saturday. Sunday would be like Mellow Sunday or something like that.
Exactly.
Something like that. I've tried to do that with a schedule now, but like it's just tough because there's so much crap.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we've tried to do that, but it just doing it on this program also sucks too. So like I know, but But what else? So like you have problems with the music, which everyone does. But like what else? Like what makes you want to be? What makes you want that position?
I think it would just like be a good experience to see, behind the scenes of everything. Like I see, like right now, like I see what you're doing and all that. But I think it would be good to have experience with it because it's something that I personally like with the whole media.
Do you want to do radio?
Maybe not radio, but radio is a good media topic.
That's true.
To work with. So it's like in the future, my main job, I don't see it being like communications or anything, but I do see it being like a big hobby in the future of like, communications, media, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that would personally, that's what I'm looking to get out of it.
I mean, behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
right now there is none.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes is just meetings. Like that's literally behind the scenes. We don't. I mean, we have money, but we don't have much to spend it on other than like music.
Yeah.
But the new music we bought sucks anyway. So like we don't really do much. Events are events, but like events are just hard because UIB doesn't do crap for us.
Yeah.
I've been trying to talk to UIB because I have a buddy John who's my internship boss, and we might be doing like a movie night type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's just so hard to like. Everything's a process.
Yeah.
Like I say to Daryl, I have so many ideas. Ever since I was a freshman, I had so many ideas, and everything's just like, yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that because it's a process. Like it sucks. But like the biggest thing that I found out of our meetings so far is that when I was a freshman, I asked 1,000 questions every meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Like when there was actually people there.
Yeah.
Like the meetings we have now, there was never people in the club.
There's probably 10. That go,
Nah,
maybe.
well, there's probably like 10 active people, but people
Yeah.
at the meetings, there's usually like 15 or 20.
Yeah.
Like there's been 20, I think the max was like 22, 23. I'm also talking it up on the radio, but when I was a freshman, I asked 1,000 questions, and it kind of bothers me that like no one asks questions.
One thing
you
that
guys at the next meeting should like ask more questions,
Yeah,
because it
all
might
right.
spark up a conversation.
One thing that I would like to see more of
Mm-hmm.
is not really like training, but more of like guiding of having somebody who's more experienced go on somebody's new show.
Yeah.
That way, it helps to avoid different different problems, and also helps avoid dead air and like.
Well, the problem with that is there's only one of me.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I want to train you and maybe Rob or whoever. Would you
Exactly.
have
I'm
interest?
going for vice president.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Vice president for him or vice president for me?
But if you want me.
Well, end of the year. No, this is my plan. Honestly, this is my plan. You're the only one that has interest in the position.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have elections at the end of the year, but you're just gonna run for vice president, and next year I'm gonna train you. I know you want to be president, but let me take it for one more year because literally Jay Live is the only reason I came back to Johnson Wells.
Yeah, right.
So let me be this for one more year. Because I
take
earned
it away from you.
I earned it. I earned it. So
Take it now.
I say screw you on that part. But I'll give you. You can get vice president because you're the only one that has interest.
Yeah.
You can even take another e-board position, so you can get the behind the scenes stuff.
Right.
And then next year I'll train you. I'll train you on this. I can train you on this now. But
Are you the only returning? Are you the only returning member from like last year?
not technically Josh, the vice president now. Technically, he's been since the club created.
Gotcha.
When he leaves, I'll be the only returning. Like I'll be the only one. I'll be the longest when he leaves.
Yeah.
But everyone else is brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think one thing that should probably be your focus is for the next year getting returning members.
Yeah. Well, like all the
I don't know
people
what happened last year. Like if everybody just aged out, kind of thing, and you didn't have any freshmen, or they just didn't come back for another year.
Nobody came back, and we also didn't have freshmen, but they also didn't really have any drive to get new people.
Yeah.
That was a problem last year. This year, people are actually doing shows, so like you guys are going to come back. I have at least 3 other shows that are going to want to come back. I also have seniors this year who are like doing shows just for fun.
Yeah,
so I expect
exactly.
that's going to happen next year.
So like if we could just have like somebody who's new mix in, like maybe go on an old show or something.
Yeah.
And go on a show of more experienced people and like go see how they do it.
Well, that was
Be
part
on
of the
it.
training. That's technically part of the training, but like I've told people to like come to shows and like nobody shows up. So it's like then you're not getting the full training. Like there are some people that like don't know what they're doing with their shows, but like I can always email and like do that stuff, but like there's just only one of me and I'm like the only one that knows how to do everything. So that's what sucks. But I wanted to train you, and then I also showed you how to upload your show. You took a video of that, right?
I did eventually, yeah.
I think you did. So like
But I think I might have gotten a new phone between now and then.
all right, so starting next week, I
Yeah.
won't train you tonight because it's
7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's almost done. The building's almost closed. So
Yeah.
next week I'm going to train you how to upload so I don't have to come here anymore.
Yeah, all right.
Because, like, basically, I've trained a few people how to upload.
Yep.
So, like, I don't have to upload their shows.
Yep.
And I also don't come here on
One thing
Fridays.
that I personally want to do is be able to come here maybe like the next day and upload like a slightly edited
You
version.
can do that, yeah. Just
Yeah,
come
yeah.
in. There is someone that records on or there's technically 2, but there's only one that records on Fridays.
Yeah.
So you can just come in when she's done. She only does like a 30-minute show.
All right.
But yeah, I can also meet you here. Fridays I'm usually busy because I have plans with my friends. So
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
girlfriend.
we don't have those. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, you watched Uganda movie. I'll just give you the nastiest look. Maybe Rob has friends. What the hell?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Are you guys cheating on each other or something? Like, what's going on?
Hold on, Eric. I just want you to know that everything he said is a lie.
What part about that was a lie?
The only reason you were interested in this decision, and the true reason, is that we want to put every Wildcat wizard in a position of power.
Oh my god.
And so that we run JW Live.
Now that I know your plan, it's not going to happen now. I can just say no.
Darn.
That's the real reason we're doing this.
Okay, all right. So now I have a more serious question.
Yeah.
And you can get really real with me.
Yeah, all right.
You too, Rob. I want to hear your thoughts before Brian goes.
Ooh. Oh, Rob
What?
before me. All right.
Yeah. Because he doesn't talk much. And he's kind of mad that you just said he had no friends. So we're gonna let him come back.
Well, he has the same amount of friends that I have, so.
1.
2.
Oh, Calvin.
3.
Hey, just stop counting. You're making
All
it
right.
sound worse. All right, what is the best thing I've done so far? What is the worst thing I've done? But all right, if you guys want to think about
Hold
it.
on. No, I will. Best thing you've done so far is hop in, right? So I noticed that when we're like kind of lagging, you'll like hop in there and just like say something, and we're all like
the
laughing.
show.
And,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the club though.
Oh,
But I like that. Well, that's what
Yeah,
I'm here.
I was gonna say,
I
like,
go
hopping
to
in.
most shows. I try to go to most shows because I know people like suck with dead air.
Yeah.
So like, I've showed you that video of that girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. I wish if I was there, I would have been like, I would have split like half the thing. But yeah, all right, I like that. All right, so
Yeah.
But what about the club? So I got the show, but what about the club?
I don't know. The meetings are just kind of boring.
What do you mean? The club is boring?
No, the club meetings.
The meetings are boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. No, I know that. But there's just not much. Like that's why I'm saying you guys have to ask questions.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. When I was a freshman, I always sparked a conversation because people would just sit there on their phones. And like when I look over like the 10 people and I see people on their phones, I'm like, why are you here? Like
Yeah.
it sucks. But like I'm standing up there sweating my ass off, and I'm like, you guys are sitting there on your freaking phones. But like, I get that people have priorities. But they're boring. But I do have an agenda. But like it's hard to talk a lot while I'm up there. Like you'll figure it out when you're president. But like. I don't
pretty
know.
good at public speaking.
I'm also I am too. But like I might also try and get food for the next one.
Yeah.
But if you get food for a meeting, you have to put in with CBCSI that you're doing food.
Yeah.
It's a whole freaking
For
process.
the club meetings, you can be like, "Hey, you guys, have any suggestions?" You
Even-
can, like, start a
I do
conversation.
that.
Even just like if you put on J-Wood Live as like background music.
Yeah. Well, the computer was just not on
Yeah.
last time, and I requested to be in John Hayes and White, and they put me in that same room again. Again, you're gonna realize.
You say as they're sitting in a broom closet.
Yeah, you're gonna realize that everything here sucks and everything's a process and it's ridiculous. I don't care who hears me right now, but like it just sucks. But what about so what about you? Best thing? What's good thing? Good thing? What's a good thing about the club?
Good thing about the club? I don't know.
I have a perfect answer, but
I don't know. It teaches people how to like talk because obviously I'm not quite the best, but it's a work in progress.
no, you're good when you do it, but you just don't know when to do it.
That's true.
But I think the best thing about this club is the freedom of schedule.
Yeah.
When you make your own schedule. Like, that's the best thing I found about this. Like, you make your own schedule. If you don't want to show up one week, you don't have to. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to market your own show. You're going to tell your people when to listen. So, like, it's all on your own. It's not like another club where you have to show up on these days. you know.
Yeah.
I think the meetings are required, but, like, not really. You know, if you miss it, or if people have emailed me and I'm like, yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Like, that's really it. But, all right, what's your answer?
Best letting Wildcat Wizards on the air, I think.
I mean, you guys are probably the second funniest show, so you're gonna have to.
No, but in all seriousness, it's probably just like you're really fast to answer everything. So like I emailed you today that we were locked out of the studio because whoever left before us locked this out.
That was Christy. I have to start telling people not to lock it because I'm not usually. I only lock it on Thursday nights because the Friday person I don't like.
Yeah.
So like I make her get the key.
Yeah.
But like I usually lock it after we leave. So
Yeah, all right.
but I like to answer fast because the first president that was the president for JU Live never answered my emails and he treated me like crap. So I don't want to treat you people like crap. So
Yeah.
especially when you guys are putting in your time and effort into a radio station that I love. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And now what, the worst?
Yeah, I want to hear the worst.
Ooh, the worst. Ooh, hold on. I
Is
gotta
there so
choose.
many choices? You have to choose one.
Oh, jeez.
There we
How much time do we have left?
You got 30 minutes. Take all the time you want.
No. No, it's just like I find that the meetings,
Yep.
just the meetings in general, like
So how long? Well,
I understand like you have to go through them. It's just the kind of thing of
You're lucky it's only once a month. It used to be every other week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm glad they you go through them, but when we go to the meetings, there's not much content to go there for. It's the kind of thing of, okay, we have this thing at 7 that we need to go to, and then we go there, and we're there for 10 minutes, and for the most part, it's the same more or less content we need more sponsors or we got a sponsor. Mm-hmm. So I'd say that's the worst, but really it's not that bad. That's just...
I'm going to write it down.
You want me to cut it right now?
No, just leave it.
All right.
Hour 29. Yeah, welcome back. No, when they're there, I don't mind it because I don't usually talk the whole time, but like that's why I'm always saying like anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, because
for the most
we
part,
can always do
like,
events and stuff, but like it's just always a process.
For the most part, we just don't really have any comments or questions just because it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really generate any thoughts in our heads. It's just like, okay, we need sponsors.
Yeah. Especially when the shows are just so simple. I try to make it so simple for everybody. So like when you show up, it's I
record,
get
you're
that.
in, you're out.
I just do meetings just because it's cool to see everyone else.
Yeah.
I would like for everyone to talk to everybody. But like, should I do an icebreaker next meeting? Should we do that?
Icebreakers are the worst.
They are the worst, but you're complaining about content at the meetings. So I guess I have to find some icebreakers. Maybe I'll print a bingo game
with ice cream.
Ice cream's a lot of money, dude. You want to pitch in for ice cream?
Nope.
We need money for the bills. We need money for the bills. I'm not thinking about food.
It's just.
But I mean, I have thought about bringing candy or pizza or something like that. But
some
like
of the icebreaker mints. Spend like $3 on
2 things of mints. And then
the icebreakers that we used to do at the old meetings. Actually, you know what I'll do for the next meeting? I'll just say, all right, everyone go around the room and say what you're doing on your show, how many shows you've done so far, what you like about it, and what you don't like about it. I think you've done 6 or 7, yeah. I've done 16 this year. Nice. On my music, and then the sports show we do twice a week, so we've done a lot.
I don't know.
But I'll definitely do that because everyone there usually is DJs, so yeah.
Just looking in the future, like some of the things that I could see being improved is just like not necessarily more training, but like more guidance on how to like cut down on dead air.
Yeah.
Cut down on dead air.
Well,
and like
my response to that would be to cut down on dead air. You can either edit it crap load. You like if there is a dead air spot, you just write it down. You cut it at the end.
Yeah.
Or just don't have dead air. Just
exactly.
Always. If people are not gonna make fun of you and laugh at you for being on the radio. You're just gonna keep talking. Like who cares? That's what I do. Like I'll stutter sometimes. I won't edit it anymore because who cares? Like when I was a freshman, I had scripts. I had everything, and I was just like, who cares?
The beginning of this one sounded so scripted just because Calvin was reading the Wikipedia page.
When we started that, I was like, ooh.
He had so much confidence in his wrestling like IQ and everything, and I'm like, dude, you're reading off Wikipedia. Like, what are you doing, dumbass? But so all right. Well, the meetings suck. I even knew the meetings suck, but everything else.
For the most part, it's pretty good. It's pretty straightforward.
It's just an easygoing.
We do our own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I like that, but at the same time, I don't know if in the future if we could look at like having specific times for like the podcast, like that way it's not podcast to podcast right next to each other airing, like have an hour break in between or something.
That's how I have it. I have it like that.
You have it like that?
If you go on the broadcast schedule on jblive.com, you can see all the shows.
Okay. Is the broadcast schedule still
no,
work
it's
in
up.
progress?
It's been up. It's been up for the night after the meeting.
Yeah.
It was up that weekend.
Okay.
So yeah,
I
it's been up. No, actually, I had it up for that meeting. Did I?
No.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. I don't think I did. We had it done that weekend because it was done that Saturday.
All right.
So it's been up for a while. I had some for the One Ton Sunday event, which is like an involvement night, but I gave it out to like 5 people because like no one showed up. So, so I have it. I can even give you one now if I have a printout. I can actually put one in here too. If you want more training, you just tell me. Like if you want to get trained on this, like next week I'll train you on this. If you want, what time? What's the earliest you could show up?
On a Thursday, like 2.
Come at 2 because I'm here at 2.
All right.
Because I usually do my show. If I usually do my show sometimes either Mondays or Thursdays. Depends if I go to class. Depends if I wake up. Depends if I care.
Yeah.
So like I'm usually here Thursdays too because I have to upload shows. That's another thing. I got Christy. She's like the production person, but she's supposed to be like uploading shows, making sure everyone's shows sound good. But I haven't really heard from her. Gotcha. So like we kind of need more people for that. But really, like I can kind of do everything. Like, but that's the hard thing. Like I'm also doing an internship right now. I also have like a social life. So like sometimes I don't
What's
care,
that?
but like what? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what's that?
What is
Yeah.
that? Who knows? But yeah, all right. So the meeting sucks. So I'll do an icebreaker next meeting, whether you like it or not. Well, what else? All right, all right.
Run.
So
Out of the pure silence, just.
yeah, I know. So is food the only way it's gonna make a meeting better?
No. I think one of the things is just like
Force people to think about improvements. Be like, hey, what do you think of improvement?
Well,
And they're
point people
forced
out.
to-
Well, I could say, yeah, that girl had 10 seconds of dead air. What I could say is, well, what I've told you in training, I told this to everybody, is like, you're going to do a show, and you're going to listen to it, because you should.
Yeah.
And next show, you're going to do it 1,000 times better. And then every show, like, I still think I get better after every show.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the best thing about it, is like, when you go back to, like, your first few shows, like, I listened to my freshman shows when we had a soundboard.
Yep.
When we talked in the mic, it only came out on the left side of the speaker. That's how bad JW Live was. So like I go back to those shows, I listen sometimes, I'm like, look how bad this was, and look how good I am now.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the best thing about it. Like you're gonna get used to that program. Like you're the best at it basically because you know everything. This program is a crap show. That program took me like 3 weeks to learn, so that takes a while. But training, honestly, was kind of stupid. Like, I think I messed up on training, but like it's also straightforward, and you have to sit down and do it yourself. So like
I'm not talking about like training for the software and all that or the equipment or anything. I'm just talking about like
when
how
you're
did
talking.
that suck, pretty much.
So like you're talking about like criticism.
More or less, like if they had more than one person, like more than you, sit down on a show kind of thing, and like try to improve it and like give them your 2 cents kind of things. For next year, I'm talking about. I think that would like greatly improve the quality, and like they could go back and look at it. And also one thing is, if it's kind of a stretch because I know that a lot of people are just gonna forget about it. If instead of just uploading it directly from this computer, if who's ever in charge, the production manager or the production manager or whoever it is, if the people who make this show could take it home and then have a specific time to give it back to who's ever going to upload it, that would let the people have time to go back, edit out all the dead air, whatever they want, and improve the quality of the shows.
Well, that's usually what the 2 hours is for. But if you're doing a talk show that's 2 hours, it's tough to do that. But you can do that. Like, if you want to take this home instead of me uploading it right now, but you would have to come here tomorrow because I'm not coming here tomorrow, and you'd have to upload it. Yeah. So once I train you on that next week, you do that. And I have it written down right here of how to do it. It's kind of an easy process. If you still have the video, you could do it.
Which video?
The video of me, like, showing what to do.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah. But... yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we would just need more of an e-board, more people that are willing. Like, would you want to go to the girls' show tomorrow and help her?
I mean, I don't know.
Why'd you look at me?
I don't know. Like
from your schedule.
I'll tell you off air more about her, but like, it's nothing really great. She does like 30 to 40 minutes of like talk. That's really all it is. But the other shows all the other shows right now have been doing shows for a while. Yeah. So, like, no one really needs help. We don't really have freshmen, or, like, new kids, We might be getting more, but I went to that winter involvement night, and not one person signed up, not one person asked for information. So,
yeah.
I will
say this. Maybe the only other bad thing other than the meetings, that could use improvement, is probably, like, the involvement night stuff. Because of when, even, like, whatever day that was, like right at the beginning of the school,
6th or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever involvement day that was, JW Live didn't really stand out. It was just kind of like, because you kind of handed me the thing. I was like, yeah, I could do this.
I met you on that night.
Yeah. We asked, what do you guys do? And you're like, everything. And then that's
we
all
do
you
everything.
Said.
Yeah, you said everything, and then went back to on your phone, and I think it was Josh somebody handed us a card, and we're like, yeah, we can do JW Live.
Well, that's why I don't remember you. I was probably on my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. The involvement night has never been good for JW Live. When I was a freshman, I walked around 10 times, looked for the table, I did not see them.
Yeah.
This year we had that sign that's in the window. That's it. Like we didn't have money. Now we do because of me.
Yeah.
But like we don't have money to give out. Like that's another thing about involvement night that I don't like. People go up to the tables with free crap and then don't sign up. Where I want to say, hey, this is JW Live. We do radio. Are you interested in radio? Are you interested in doing events, marketing, social media? Yeah. That's why I say we do everything because you can literally sign up for anything on this club. Yeah. I mean, social media is kind of like nothing right now because we just don't have a lot of content. But like the radio, like our stream has never done this good ever. So like that's where I think we're.
I think it's definitely like improving. You can see it.
Yeah.
But there's always more to improve and always
Yeah,
more
definitely.
to
I agree with that. I mean, the website, we might be doing more on the website. I might be doing a whole page with show bios, which is what they've been talking about since freshman year. So, like, I want to get you guys to, like, write, like, a quick bio on Wildcat Wizards, like, what you guys do, and I'll do that.
It's also difficult because we don't quite know what Wildcat Wizards is right now.
It's a show about nerd culture.
Yeah.
It's a show about,
but
like...
then, again, we just talked an hour about wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
So
but, like, that's nerd culture, I think.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends what your opinion is on nerds. But yeah, that's a good point, too. But... what else did you say? Involvement night.
Involvement night.
We need to get the word about JU Live because no one.
It's
not
that's the other thing I was gonna say. On Involvement night, we were next to the photography club.
Yeah.
And the guy that was there was a really nice kid. I like him a lot. And you know what he said to me? I said to him, I was like, how many signups you trying to get tonight? He's like 10. I was like, yeah, me too. Yeah. And it's because everybody takes pictures. Like the photography club got over 50 members that night.
Yeah.
Radio, I think we got like 20, and that was way more than I expected. Everybody takes pictures. Nope, not everybody's on the radio. Like that's the main. Like this is such a niche that like it's so hard to get people to sign up.
Yeah.
And like, if you're not, I wasn't a media communication student. I did this for fun, and now I am, and now I'm the president. So like, what's your major now?
Engineering design.
Same.
That'll change.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna be the president, I think you should. You don't really have to, but like, I regret changing my major, but that's a whole different topic.
It's like me and Calvin, we're pretty much the opposites of like what I do as my major, Calvin does as a hobby, and what Calvin does as his major, I do for a hobby.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But JU Live is tough, but like our main market, I've said this since day one, is family and friends because it works. Like family and friends are going to listen. JU Live, what I've always said about the radio is people rather listen to their own music, Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, or whatever, rather than this because that's what they're used to. Not everybody, I mean, the other campuses don't even know this exists, and it's made for all the campuses. Denver tried to make their own, and we were like, no. So it's tough. It's also a lot of money, so that would be very hard for them because they're a really small campus, but we've had the same problem. What you guys just said has been the same problems for the last 2 years that I've been in the club.
I think we should play in Snowden. Snowden Dynamo.
Trust me, we've tried. Oh, don't even get me started. I also wanted the the lounge next to Snowden.
Yeah.
I want that to be like JU Live, like the whole thing, but it's like money, it's a process. But I'm like, we're on campus. Why can't we just get our naming rights for that?
Yeah.
But no, we can have our JU Live. If you want to just go in there and listen to what's on JU Live at that moment, go in there and hang out with your friends. You can put your homework out, eat some food, whatever. That's a perfect idea. But no, we try to be in red sauce, but the music is either too loud or too low. People complain about it, so we didn't do that. We try to get Marketplace, but they have like their own station. Try to get Snowden, but they listen to FM music, so they don't even want to do that. We also have too many talk shows apparently, so we can't do that. Even though we could just synchronize it to not be on when Snowden's open.
Yeah.
But everything here is a process. You're gonna figure that out. When I'm gone, trust me.
Hall council and all bureaucracy to get $5.
Trust me. It's ridiculous. Everything. Even clubs are like, can we advertise? I'm like, yeah. They're like, how much do we have to pay you? Nothing. I'm not making you pay. Like that was it 2 years ago. They were making people pay, but I'm like, no, it's Johnson & Wales. It's student media. Like, just come on the air. We did a sorority commercial. Yeah, that's literally it. Like, remember we read that script for that concert? Yeah. So then we did that, and then they put our logo up in the concert.
Yeah.
Like that's all. It's all it is. Just free advertising. That's what it should be. It's an hour and 42. It's a long show. But yeah, this club's gonna have problems, but it's also gonna be good for the members. I think for the members, it's the best club on campus, really.
Yeah.
Because you also don't have to pay for it, which I think we really should. But I think next year, if we don't have sponsors, which I think we will, but like, I might do like a $20 fee or something because like we have zero. We have money now, but like just to keep the station alive monthly, it's $99.
Yeah.
So like, we only need 10 people.
Why is it? Is that like the cheapest?
That is just the online radio. That's like
what it is.
That's what it is. It's just how to run it. Yeah. So like when it was down for a week, we paid our bill, but it got sent to another person, and that person sent it to another department. So it wasn't paid for a whole week. I actually emailed the woman. I was like, "What are we doing? Like just press a button." Daryl's like, "All they have to do is press 2 buttons, and it's paid."
Yeah, pretty much.
And but why? Like, why does it take 2 weeks? So, and we were down all Christmas break, and everyone did Christmas shows, and we all had. My show was supposed to come on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, and it didn't because we were down. So, I'm saying, man, JU Live. I'm the president and everything, but it's definitely a question mark always. Always. That's why I always get paranoid when I upload shows because like I'll upload a show and then it just won't come on. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And then people email me like, why doesn't the show on? I did it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are there any other like options that like over summer we could change or something?
Hopefully I'll be here in the summer, but
Yeah. I'll be back home, but I'm 40 minutes.
yeah. If I'm in the summer with that job that I applied for, hopefully I can work at J Live and just do shows all week. But other people have suggested to us do YouTube, but we're radio, so I've never liked that idea.
YouTube is really good for podcasts. 'Cause
Yeah.
all you need is just a still image of like your
That's true.
logo, and then you can upload.
But you can upload your own podcast, like if you guys want to do that.
Yeah.
If you want to do a Wildcat Wizard, but I've also
That's what
thought
I was thinking of, like, because of having the broadcast, like the on-demand feature
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Live. It's good.
nobody knows about it.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
problem.
good, but it's not it's not in a good place. Is where it is. Like, I accidentally click it all the time, and then all of a sudden I get that like ad read. It's like you're listening on demand. It's like I thought I was listening live, kind of thing.
That's because the station is down.
Yeah.
You see it when you're talking about when Daryl comes up.
No, like last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday, we were listening to our show, and it just randomly cut over to Daryl, like saying, "You're listening to."
So
On
you're
Demand."
listening to the live stream, and
Yeah.
so the stream probably went down.
Oh.
Because sometimes this computer restarts itself.
Yeah.
So when it restarts, everything shuts down. We have to log back in. But when it's closed on the weekends, it's closed on the weekends.
I don't know. I think it would be a good idea to test out like the waters
Other
of YouTube.
options, yeah.
Yeah, because of as we've seen this has had a lot of problems with the current way that we're doing it.
Yeah.
I
mean, the only reason it's had problems is because we have to depend on other people. That's the reason.
Yeah.
But like, I understand that. But like,
Yeah.
the way what I think when I hear this type of criticism, I always think that the club has never done this good. So like, there's always ways
There's
to
always
improve.
ways to improve it,
but
and
like
there's always
this
ways to
year,
evolve.
I've kind of like calmed down a little bit on like the motivation and dedication because we are still doing really good.
Yeah.
Like just having
It's
60
just a thing
people a
of,
day.
Yeah, it's just a thing of like we can always do better, and we can always improve it, and we don't want to get stuck on. Well, this worked moderately well. You know, we got
That's
us
true.
over 50 people.
That's true.
But when there's an option that could get us, this is gonna get us 100.
Well, my answer to that is we need more of an e-board and we need more people than me.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally, I mean, you're the only other one that sounds dedicated.
Yeah.
So, and Rob maybe, but you're still quiet over there. But
Rob's a good behind the scenes. I'll give him that.
yeah, I think so.
I prefer it.
Yeah. That's what Rob wanted to do when he signed up. He's like, yeah, I want to work behind the scenes, and then he just ended
Well,
up on Wildcat.
Snowman and the Bat, the picture on the page, that used to be the biggest. Well, I think my show was the biggest, but that used to be one of the biggest shows in JU Live.
Yeah.
And they had Snowman and the Bat featuring Barnes, and that was like the producer.
Yeah.
But, like they had 3 mics. He talked like a little bit, like exactly like it's literally Redhead is the main guy, and then Calvin, and then Travis. But still, I mean, it's like the same thing. But yeah, there's always ways to improve. But like literally, this is the one year that all shows have been consistent.
Yeah.
All shows have stayed with a.
So I think one thing
Pretty,
that,
you know.
now that we know that this is a good formula,
Mhm.
we can have this going constantly while also testing out other things.
Yeah.
So like, if we want to try the YouTube, like uploading instead of having like the on-demand system, we just have
A
like,
YouTube channel with all the
a
shows.
YouTube channel with
We have a YouTube
different
channel.
playlists.
I think we do have a YouTube.
I think I think you do, but it's the kind of thing of nobody knows about it. It's not used. It's just kind of garbage. Not gonna lie.
No, it is. I mean, well, what the on demand or no or YouTube?
Both.
Well, on demand.
The on-demand.
I've tried to get on demand more with my Artist of the Month show.
Yeah.
But like people
Don't get
just
me wrong. Like the on-demand works. It's just that on mobile it doesn't.
It does.
On mobile it does, but not when you want it to. Like if the stream blips out for half a second, it starts the on-demand. It doesn't give a pause. It just immediately starts playing what's ever on demand. So even if the stream was down for 0.5 seconds, it immediately goes to Daryl.
Well, yeah, that's just how the system is.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've never.
That doesn't happen on the PC, and it's kind of really inconvenient when you're listening on your phone.
Well, I've never even realized that.
Yeah.
I listen on the TuneIn app. That's the only way I listen.
I listen on the JWoo app. I tried
That's
that.
the worst.
It doesn't work.
It's the worst.
It doesn't work.
I-
It cuts off and it just stops.
Yep.
So I went on Chrome and I played it there.
Yeah.
And then, but on Chrome on mobile, when
Mhm.
the stream's down for 0.5 seconds, it immediately reverts back to on demand. So
That's just
it's-
how the system is. That
Yeah.
will happen on computer too, like PC.
I just never had it happen to me on computer. That's why.
Could have also been a bad day for JU Live, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's always ways to improve it. But like, the way that I look at it is like we've never done this good. But like I say that, but like people are gonna be like, you could do better. But like
It's also
I'm the only one that's been in the club for the last 2 years, and
it's
I can
also the
tell
thing
you
of like we've never done this good from your perspective, but from my perspective, this is the only year, and we could always do better.
that's very true.
So it's the kind of thing.
That
Of,
is-
it's the kind of thing of man, we've never done this good, but wait, this is the bottom that I've seen. We can always go up.
So what's been the bottom this year then?
When our show got canceled.
Yeah.
What for? You guys just didn't show up. You didn't have a recording time. That's not my fault.
Yeah, we just never figured out recording time.
Yeah,
this
no.
good.
I said to Travis, like, are you guys recording anymore? He's like, dude, I don't even know. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So what's been the bottom for the club?
The bottom?
Other than the stream being down for that week that we got back from Christmas break.
Well, what do you mean by bottom? Like views wise?
Like you just said, like, from my perspective, it's been
Well,
the best.
from
but-
your perspective, you keep on saying that this is the best year that you've seen and whatnot. It's the best for like ratings, sponsorships and all that.
It's the only year for sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the kind of thing of okay. From my perspective, I only know it as we have a few sponsors. We have two or three. We have a handful of sponsors, and also usually we get anywhere from 20 to 60 people listening at once. Kind of thing. So
Which
from
sounds bad, but
Yeah.
not. Trust me.
So from my perspective, we could go up easily. We could, there's 8 billion people in the world. We can get more than 60.
But the 60 people at Johnson Wales don't even know that the station exists.
Exactly.
But we've tried to do that ad right there.
Yeah.
We've had around campus.
So what's stopping me, next time the Vistaprint has a sale, what's stopping me from making business cards for Wildcat Wizards? Anything?
No. It's your show.
Yeah.
And I just gave you approval for it, so why not?
Exactly.
I've been trying to get stickers, JW Live stickers.
Yep.
To hand those out. I'm trying to get 1,000 of them just to hand out to everybody so
Yeah.
I could see them on computers. We've tried to do more ads around campus, but again, you got to go through this room right here. They have to make the ad. They have to approve it. It's a freaking weak process. It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
I live in Xavier. I just want to put the broadcast schedule in the elevator and see what happens. I might do that, to be honest. But then again, just people just don't think of JU Live when they think about listening to music or listening to podcasts. Because
Yeah.
they're missing out on this show. They're missing out on a good heavy metal rock show.
It's the kind of thing of JU Live falls in that awkward category of it's not just podcasts, but it's not just music. And it seems to be, if you don't know the schedule, it's the kind of thing of if you don't have the schedule in front of you, you don't know the schedule. So it's not like, okay, 5 to 7 every night, I can expect music, and then, incoming podcasts at 8.
Well, that's when you go on the website and you look at schedule.
Exactly, but
you
when
don't.
I'm sitting there and I'm doing homework or whatever, it's the kind of thing of I don't really want to go search and do this. I'm just gonna go open up WBRU.
So how do we fix that?
Just not. I don't want to say a more rigid schedule, but a more set up schedule.
So more the theme idea.
More of a theme idea, while at the same time.
But then, if people don't know about the schedule, how are people going to know about the themes?
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is I just keep on thinking of Brown's radio station. I know that they have higher production quality.
Yeah.
But,
it's also FM, right?
It got shut down, but they
okay,
brought it back.
Okay.
Now it's shortwave.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think of them, and they don't really post their schedule. It's the kind of thing of okay, you just kind of learn that it's Sunday, it's the R&B day. They hand it over.
A lot of radio stations do that though.
Yeah,
but
the only reason why I know it's the R&B day is because of they constantly say it every 5 songs you're listening to R&B Sundays.
Well,
WBRU.
my response to that would be let's do more commercials on JU Live.
Yeah.
But then again, people don't have the time for that, or people I'll just start doing commercials. I'll just be like, hey, listen to Wildcat Wizards instead of you guys. I'll just start doing that. I did my commercial, and that's the only show commercial that's on. That was also the only show commercial that was on last year.
Yeah.
We could also do sweepers. So there's a few songs that have listen, this is Snowman and the Bat. You're listening to JU Live. We could do hey, it's Wildcat Wizards.
Yeah.
Listen to us on Sundays at noon. So we could do that. So we'll definitely talk about that in the next meeting.
Yeah. It's just the kind of thing of me personally, I like the whole media aspect, and I always think what can I do? I just keep on wanting to doing more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand that people don't want to do it. So it's
That's
the
the problem.
kind of thing of I want to do a lot, and I'm gonna do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting people involved, I think, is a new problem.
I mean, that's the hardest thing, but involvement night is probably the best night for that. where you can just tell people, hey, we do everything, just sign up, and you'll get emails.
But
You'll
also
get
when he said we do everything, and we didn't know what is everything.
everything is everything. Like
Yeah.
name one thing, we do it. Social media, we do it. Events, we can do it.
Videos, we do it.
We have done it.
Yeah, we done
We
it.
have done it. You guys have done
We
it.
got taken off of Facebook, so we went to YouTube.
What do you mean?
Um,
Oh,
show
the
you
video
that
thing.
video of the
I never
hard
saw
part.
it. No, I never saw it.
I had it up.
Okay, yeah, bring it up after. What time is
yeah.
it anyway?
It's
Oh,
7:42.
we have to go. Yeah, we
Okay.
have. I have to upload the show.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
All right.
So this is Wildcat Wizards.
Hey, good talk though. Good talk.
yeah,
I like
good
that.
talk, good
It's a
talk.
good talk. I hope Wildcat Wizard fans are gonna enjoy listening to Jay live.
Oh yeah, all of our Uganda fans.
Oh, Jesus. All right, yeah, but let's end
yeah,
it. Just
all right.
Whatever.
This is Jay Live. See you. No, this is Wildcat Wizards on Jay Live. See you never.